The A60 show on our fourth season. Yes, that's what I said. Our fourth season. And today's guest is a very special guest to me. But before I get into him, I just want to give a special shout out to all my peoples at Elite Learners, Kamara Jackson, Al Watson. I want to give a shout out to my guys, my family at the Spencer Squire Foundation. Definitely want to say thank you for always your continuously support. My people at Toyota, thank you, much appreciated. My guy, Uncle, JC1 Printing, thank you for always supporting me with that banner. It looks great. Also, the Queens Defenders, shout out to my guy, Dagger. Thank you for always being supportive of the A60 movement. Appreciate you guys and love you guys, definitely. Um, yes, we had to sit down, take a little minute, take a little break. I know this is an impromptu interview, and that's normally not how I do things, but sometimes I like it that way sometimes because I like to be I like people to not know what's going on, if that makes sense. And sometimes, I got to try to fit into everybody's schedule. And I try my best because I work 6 days a week. So I try to fit into everybody's schedule. I coach. So today is actually an off day for me. And I'm here doing an interview. So what does that tell you? I'm dedicated to my craft. I'm dedicated to my craft. I'm dedicated to the people that I love, and I'm dedicated to the fans. And it's about you, and it's not about me. So, in moving forward, like I was saying, this next person that we have coming on as a guest, he's been here before, but the last time it was kind of chopped up. It was a different situation. I don't, we just couldn't hear each other. But this brother has a lot of great information. He's played in the leagues. He's coached in the leagues. He's broken some great deals. We're going to talk about those deals that he broke up. We call him Mr. Style, but everybody know him as Mike Mitchell. So let me introduce our guest, Mr. Mike Mitchell, to the A60 show.
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Everything's good, man. Enjoying the ending of this summer. Get ready for the fall. But it's been a pretty tough year for me. But I lost a lot of members of my family. But I thank God that I'm able to pull through, and all of the love and support of my brothers around the league that reached out to me. When I lost my dad, my niece, and my nephew, 2 weeks apart though. So there's one thing I love about this softball fraternity, man. You got some really good brothers, man, that really show a lot of love, man, and empathy though, and I really appreciate that. I'm just really grateful that I know so many good brothers for all these years since I've been going to Kingston Park, man. So, and I'm fortunate though. A lot of people don't even have that good support system like you and me do. So so I just want to just to mention that though.
And I want to capitalize on that, and I want to give you your flowers at the same time. See, a lot of people don't know that this softball thing is how we met personally. But on a personal note, I want to give you your flowers. I want to say thank you for taking me out that rut that I was in when you was always pulling up with the car. I'm like, yo, let's get in the car, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, you're not sitting in the house. We're not
Yeah.
gonna deal with none of that nonsense. When I was at a down moment
Yeah.
in my career, where I was really young but didn't know how to handle the situation, you was right there. Like, you was on that hip. Like, yo, you're not sitting in here, little bro.
Yeah.
You opened up your crib to me many of times. You know what I'm saying? But more importantly, you've just been a genuine stand-up guy. And this is outside of softball. This has nothing to do with softball. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you, and I love you for always being there, my brother.
Oh, no question. Now that's what it's about, though. You know what I'm saying? And and all of the stuff that I've done to help you out too, man. Same thing, man. I had some good brothers that was in my corner, man. I could name a couple of them. Especially like Joe. Joe has been like, let me tell you, man. He is a great brother, man. You know what I'm saying? Good brother, man. Mike Yard. So many to say a few. Al Watson. These brothers. I mean, just by my 55th party, man, how these brothers came out in droves, man. It was just a blessing. Vinny,
Mhm.
You know, just Ed
Mhm.
Gonzalez. It's a lot of good brothers, man. So you know, and this is what you know what you're doing right now is very very important, Al. And you know, this is history. What we're creating each time that you do an interview, man, we're creating history and memories.
Yeah, 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 yeah. 100%
Man,
right. Yeah.
we creating a lot of history, lot of memories though. And yo, just keep you know you got my support 100%. I remember when you first started out and me
I
used to
remember
talk
that. Talk about
the
it.
questions that you need to ask and
uh,
things like that though. And then it just morphed off. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger though, man. So you know, so yeah, man. So
yeah.
that no doubt, Al. You know, we family. You already know that.
Oh, all right, no, you already know some things don't need to be said or
Correct.
understood. You know what I mean? So, you
Absolutely.
know, but first of all, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna toast our Giants for getting our first win.
Yes,
You know what
sir.
I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. Toast to the Giants. Even though I don't drink, this is one of the bottles I got from my job. So toast to the Giants.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
I hope Bistro and Kenneth Evans and all these brothers.
All those
Oh,
dudes, Desmo, all those
Desmo, my boy,
dudes,
yo, Desmo, I love you, man. But
Chuck, all you
Chuck, I
guys.
love you, Chuck. But yo, man, I ain't feeling them Cowboys, man.
Yeah.
But that's another topic, though.
That's another topic. That's another topic.
That's another topic. Though. Yeah, it's another topic, though.
So let's go back, man, because we did this interview before, but let's go back. Mike, where are you from? Where you born and raised?
So I was born and raised in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. My parents, my mother is from Jamaica and my dad is from North Carolina. He's a Southern man, and so I grew up on Lincoln Place for just like a few years, and then we moved over to Church Snyder in Albany. We was actually the first black family to move over there in 1973. I was about 5 years old. Yeah, man. It was, and let me tell you, man, it was rough, man, because back then, you know, it was a bunch of Irish and Italians, man. We used to get in it. It used to be racial stuff, man.
I didn't know in that area that Flatbush area, which we know is Caribbean area.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was migrated by a lot of Irish people and stuff like that back in those days.
Yes, sir. Yep. It was Italian and Irish, man. And let me tell you, man, when we first got there, man, we had some issues, man. And at that time, you know, I was still young, man, but I remember like my brothers used to get into it, man. My sisters used to be fighting with this white girl next door. It was bad, man. I never forget the day when my mother was cooking. This will always stay with me. And the dude next door, white dude, sprayed hose on my mother through the window.
What?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. I never, but let me just tell you how the universe works out. And let me just tell you what type of woman my mother is and why she's my hero. That same family that did what they did, you know, was back and forth with racial stuff. They got burnt out. It was on Channel 7 News. This time I was like about 7 years old. They got burnt out, right? Okay. They lost everything. My mother went and did a food drive and a clothes drive for them. The lady true story. The lady on camera, and I wish, you know, we can find that footage, man.
Oh my God!
The lady cried on TV in front of my mother and said, "You know what? My family gave your family a lot of hell." And then you turn around and you helping my family by getting clothing, they're getting food for us. Yeah, my mother went and organized the whole on the block to get this lady food.
After all that they did to y'all.
Yeah, but it even gets better. The two girls that were so racial, both of them end up marrying black dudes. I swear, you can't make this up, Al. I swear to God. And yo, I swear to God, Al, that was crazy.
How ironic is that?
Older, and again, it's all about how you were raised. This is that was the stuff that the mother was teaching them. And I think in that moment, you know, my mother didn't see color. My mother's like, yo, this is a lady. She's a single mother with 3 kids, lost everything. Went out there, got them. My mother went shopping for them, organized with the neighbors. Because by then, more blacks, more Caribbeans started to move into the neighborhood, though.
Mm-hmm,
You understand what I
mm-hmm,
mean? So
mm-hmm.
they really basically was the last two white families that were there. So when they got burnt out, man, I never forget it, man. That house was burnt to a crisp, man. They lost everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that shows, because and this is a good subject that we can touch on too.
Mm-hmm.
People look at some Caribbean people as being rude and very disrespectful. But
Mm-hmm.
when you say that your mom's, after all the stuff that these people did to her and her upbringing, how she took that and said, you know what? I don't see that. I see I need to help. It shows what type of sympathy and compassion that
Mm-hmm.
Caribbean people really do have. First of all, they family first. If people don't know, Caribbeans always family first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Church going, they very family first. If you about that book, they're gonna take good care of you. But if they see you not on the right path, they don't want you around at all. They don't want you around at all. But tell me a little bit more about that, because was that how you was when you brought up, when you saw your moms in that scenario, and then you coming up along the way? Was that because you are similar like that, Mike? You are just like that. People don't know you like that, but that's how you are.
Yeah, I mean, in that moment, man, that was a lesson for me, like to show compassion and empathy, man. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Al. These dudes, the two dudes, I never forget their name, Robin and Joseph. They was spitting after us. They was doing all kind of crazy stuff, man. And then at that time, one of my brothers was up here. So my other older brother, he's a bad boy from Jamaica. When he came up here, all that stopped. He's just a nut. When he came up there, he shut all of that down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a lot that they was putting us through. I never forget, man. Remember, they was chasing us home from school. It was, oh my God, Al. You don't even begin to understand what we had to deal with white boys.
And I would never think in that area though. I'm over there. I'm over there. Erasmus, Wingate. I'm over there.
I'm even gonna say one thing. You remember over there where y'all play football at? Because I think Bulldog and them used to play football over there on Albany. And what's that?
That's Albany Park. Albany Park. That's Albany and Lefferts. Yes.
Right. That it's a baseball field.
Yes.
Yes. Over there, Al, you couldn't even walk over there on 76 as a black person. You couldn't even walk. Trust me. I never forget the day. Me and my boy, we was in the first grade. And these white dudes, about 10 of them, chased us with rocks and bottles. Man, we was up out of there. We was like 6, 7 years old.
I wouldn't expect in that neighborhood either, yo.
Yeah, yup. We was right over there, and they chased us all the way down to. I mean, back then, man, can't nobody outrun me, man. I was fast, so I was out of there, man. I think this was like 1976, man. It was on Albany and Lefferts, right over there. And every time I drive past there, I'm like, yo, I remember, like, every time I drive past, I'm like, God damn, man. Back then, you couldn't even walk over there as a black person. It was all white people.
That's crazy. Because, we play baseball over there. I played PAL over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy that you say that you couldn't even walk over there. And that whole area is Caribbean like crazy. Caribbean.
So that's what.
Well, if you start moving towards Empire, that's where the Jewish neighborhood is at.
That's
also.
What the Jewish, right. That's where the Jewish people are. But
I wouldn't expect that.
Albany and Lefferts over there, that was all white people, man. I will never forget that, man. And man, it was. Listen, East Flatbush was bad, man. With white people, that racial stuff, it was pretty rough over there, man. And I remember at one point, like even when going to Kings Plaza in the 70s, man, yo, you had to really watch your back, man, because them white boys were coming in droves in Kings Plaza, and they try to get at you. That's why we used to run.
That's where the gangs was at. That's doing the gangs.
Yeah, we used to go deep out there, man. When I was a teenager, man, we used to always go out there, at least 10 of us, man, because them white boys out there by Kings Plaza, them Italians.
That's right there in the Italian neighborhood.
Canarsie Avenue Y and them neighborhoods over there. Mm-hmm. You couldn't go back there, man.
Flatlands and all that things over there.
All of that is all Caribbean. But back then, you couldn't go back there, man. Back in the 70s and the early 80s, nah, man. You had to really be easy, man. Now it's blacks. You know, they got it pretty much
We
on
got
lock.
it pretty much. But I see you pumping Tilden very heavy, and I went to
Yeah,
Wingate. So
yeah, man.
the last
Shout out
thing
to
I
Tilden, by
remember.
the way.
Shout out to Tilden. Shout out to my boy Ed Cota who went to Tilden. Go to
Yeah,
North Carolina, and that was the last time. I didn't know the history behind Tilden, but Tilden got a lot of history and a lot of athletes that came out of Tilden.
yeah,
Can you
man.
tell me about some of the people that went to Tilden that you can remember?
So I mean, as you know, I don't know if everybody knows that Willie Randolph graduated from Tilden.
I
Yes,
know
sir.
now.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Willie
That's
Randolph.
one of the books right there. That's the
Okay,
big dog.
okay. Willie went to
So
Tilden.
let me tell you how crazy this is. And I could have went to my 11. Willie Randolph went to my elementary, my potential junior high, and he went to my high school. He went to my elementary school, which is PS 235, which is over there on Lenox Road. He went on to go on to my 11. I was supposed to go to my 11, but then all my friends from 235 went to to Winthrop, so I wanted to go to Winthrop, and then he ended up going to Tilden. So yeah, man, Willie Randolph was a big thing in the neighborhood back in the 70s. I know for me growing up, man, he was like one of my idols, man, because he actually went to and he came back and spoke to my school.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah.
That's
When I was
dope.
a kid, man, when I saw him, and one thing I like about Willie, he was always very approachable. He was never standoffish, even when the Yankees was winning them championships in the 70s. And I never forget, he came back to my school and he spoke to the school and I met him. Real nice, man. Really, really nice, man.
Sean Dunston over there at Jefferson.
With Jefferson, I know
Yeah,
Ricardo. I know
he on here.
He ain't gonna never let me live that. The Hitman and Roger. Yeah, because that was Roger Boyd, man.
Yeah, Sean Dunston. That's the guy.
One overall pick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my boy. Derek Oliver. They played against them. Glenn, rest in peace, Glenn. They all played against Sean Dunston and Marvin. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Willie Randolph was like one of the big time alumni that went to my my junior high. I'm sorry, my high school and my elementary school.
Now I do know you had some rappers that go there too. Didn't some rappers go to Tilden?
Yeah, my boy. I think I introduced you to him. My boy, Little Sean.
Yeah. We talked. Yeah, we met.
Little Sean introduced, and my man, Special Ed. He went to
Special Ed. Yeah,
Special Ed. I think if I'm not no. Wait, hold on, Al. No, I think Special Ed went to. No, they did the video in front of Tilden. I think Special Ed went to he went to Erasmus. I think it was Erasmus.
He went to E Hall. Oh wow.
Yeah. I think he went to Erasmus, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, but Willie Randolph went to Tilden, boy. That was a big thing back then, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. He went to Tilden High School, man. And then I heard his cousin that looks just like him, I think, used to manage and coach in Kingston Park.
Oh,
yes.
I you know what? I've heard that before, and I might have seen, but can't confirm.
Yes,
I'm trying to think what team. I don't know what team it was though.
Yeah, I heard he was.
Yeah, I think so.
And I heard he looks just like Willie.
I think he used to come out to the park. I just can't remember what team it was though.
Can't
remember what team.
Yeah.
But anyway, did you end up going to college?
Yeah, man. I got an associate's and a bachelor's degree. I went to BMCC, got an associate's degree. Then I went to CUNY Professional Studies, where I finished up and got my bachelor's in psychology.
Nice. I used to love beating up. I love beating up BMCC when I went to Nassau. We loved beating up.
Yo, so
we knew that was a guaranteed win. We knew we got 2 wins.
Oh yeah, they're horrible. But let me just say this though. You know who was at BMCC back in the days when I was there, and that was on the basketball team? Queen Latifah.
Get out! Wait, she's from Jersey.
Yeah, but I think she played on the basketball team. Yeah, because when I went in one time, I was in the auditorium one day. They had the basketball like the teams,
the banners and stuff like that.
I was like, oh shoot, that's Queen Latifah. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And you know who I used to see that used to come up by? I don't know if he attended there or not. I used to see back in the days, U God from Wu-Tang.
Oh, he probably was just up there for the chicks.
Yeah, man, because BMCC was like 13th grade.
BC was different, boy.
Yes,
BCC was
yes, man.
different.
It used
I
to
ain't
be
gonna
all
hold
of
you.
the hustles and drug dealers. They used to come up there
Everything. And they
and
had that
pull up.
little park. They had that little park right there on the
Yeah,
corner.
little guy. Yeah, yeah,
Man, yeah, I
yeah,
already know, man. That was the spot.
yeah,
So,
man.
so let's jump into. Did you play baseball?
Yes. So let me start how I started off playing
Mhm.
baseball. So how I got into baseball was, and also became a big Yankee fan, was my pops. So my pops, my step pops, he used to work for this company that used to do business with George Steinbrenner, a shipping company.
Mm-hmm.
My pops was working there, and so I remember one time George Steinbrenner gave out like about 30 something tickets to all of the families of the company to come to Yankee Stadium. So I
Mm-hmm.
went to Yankee Stadium my first time in 1976.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went there in 1976. I never forget it. And then that's how I became interested in baseball, man. Baseball was like the biggest thing back then. We used to play stickball and all that. So how I started to playing ball, I played for the Bonnies
Mm.
in parade grounds. This coach, I never forget my first coach. His name was Moose, white boy. I mean, I'm quite sure by then he's probably dead now. He was an older guy, real big belly.
I can find out. I can find out because my boy Cito played with the Bonnies.
Yeah,
Bonnies.
yeah. His name was Moose.
Mm-hmm.
Big, strapping, fat white guy. He was good, man. But so I played there just for like a year and a half. So I was at that time I was playing right field and I was playing second base. It was me, my brother. My brother was actually much better than me. He had a cannon for an arm. My brother, man, my older brother Ricky. I just wish he would have stuck with it, Al, because
Mm-hmm.
he came from Jamaica, and back then he was just ripped, just naturally, no lifting weights, not just naturally just ripped, and he just had a cannon for the arm. And I think the reason why they took him on the team was because of his arm. He just had that raw ability though.
Mm-hmm.
But he never stuck with it though, man. I was the only one that stuck with it. And then, before I went to I was gonna start playing in Tilden, then I fell in love and all that went out the window. But let me just, before I jump too fast to
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I got older. So when I was younger, Chip used to coach my little team at the park. I don't know if you remember, Chip.
Chip, one of the best center fielders out there in the
Yeah.
game that they don't give no respect to.
So let me just tell you what Chip did to me one day, bro. And I still don't think he remembers. But Chip let you play the game the right way, man. So
I love Chip.
let me tell you what Chip did, man. I never forget my moms and them came to this game. We was at 235 Park, and I hit a bomb. And I'm there styling around the base. As I got to third base, Chip called timeout and said, Michael, took me off the field and sat me down, kid. He said,
What?
we don't play like that. He's been doing that since the 70s, bro. Sat me down, Al. I was crying. I was so upset, man. That time I think I was like 10 years old. He said, we don't play like that.
Man, Chip's a different type of guy,
He's a
man.
different, and I tell people, man, he's been consistent. He's been like that since the 70s, man. You ask anybody that knows Chip from the 70s. Chip ain't, that's how he is. He plays it the right way. He's not into that hot dogging and styling.
Nah.
I never forget it, man. I hit a bomb, Al. I stood there like I couldn't believe I hit that ball so far. And I'm there styling around the bases, like, yeah, pumping my chest. He said he called timeout. Said, Michael, you out the game. In front of my parents. In front of all my sisters and brothers that came to watch me to play, bro.
And he pulled you out like that.
Pulled me out the game, man. That's what Chip did, man. And I always will never let him forget that, man. He was just hard on you, man.
I got a story with Chip too.
Yeah, man. But you know that Chip is my brother, man. I love
Chip's
him.
good people's, man. I've been trying to get Chip to do an interview, and he feels like he has nothing to talk about. A lot
What?
of these, a lot of these OGs, you'd be surprised. I go up to him and I ask him to do an interview. I asked Chip. Chip said, "Al, I don't have nothing to talk about." I said, "Chip, don't play with me. I know your
You
history.
have a lot.
I'm a student of this game. Don't play with me like that. Like I'm crazy." I said, "But these people deserve to give him their flowers." And Chip is definitely one of the guys. You know, and once we get into that softball segment, we can,
Mhm.
there's guys that you always come before you that you like, man, look at that guy, man, look at that guy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Mhm.
you study yourself. But
Yeah.
to know that Chip was doing that in the 70s, what he's doing right now to 40 and 50-year-old guys,
Yeah, man.
it
He's
shows.
still doing that, man. You know,
Yeah.
that's Chip is my brother, man. And let me tell you, people don't know it used to be three guys that used to be the big time ball players back in the 70s. There's this dude named Kendu Hodges. I don't think you know him though, but a lot of the older guys
Mm,
from Gershwin days,
mm,
like in those type of days, Nottingham, he was like one of the big time players out in Brooklyn. Kendu Hodges and this other and Lance. Lance was lefty dude. He actually played out in Cambridge though for 1 year. But it used to be him. I used to look up to them three: him, Kendu, and Chip. They were the three best players out in East Flatbush at the time. I'm talking when I grew up though.
mm,
Chip was just fast like a freaking deer.
mm.
Al, let me tell you something, and I'm not saying this because you here. You you about Chip is about the fastest that I could ever see that run like how you used to run when I first saw you when I came into the league. Like Chip was a deer. Like he wasn't even touching the bases. That's how fast this dude used to run, man.
Nah, Chip was smooth, lefty, could
Yeah, lefty.
hit all over the place, had a cannon. I listen. I study outfielders, and I'm telling you, he's definitely one of the dudes that I studied
Yeah,
out there in
man.
that
Chip
game.
Chip was real, man.
And I didn't realize he didn't. He played modified slow pitch, but he
Mm-hmm.
preferred the fast pitch.
No, he was fast pitch was his thing.
He preferred that fast pitch over
Yeah, no,
anything.
Chip loved that fact. He
Pete,
liked when you bring it, man.
Peterkin too. Peterkin too.
Yeah,
Peterkin
Pete
too.
again. Yeah, Pete again.
Peterkin too.
Pete again. Let me just tell you, the three dudes that I've seen with the biggest cannon in my, let me see. I would say Pete again, Jamal, Darren, and Milk.
Yeah.
And
Milk.
Milk. Yes. Them were the four. And you too, man. Y'all up there, man. You got, but I'm talking, I would say the most accurate Milk.
Oh, hands down. Hands down.
Nobody
I wouldn't put nobody
does
above
not
Milk.
have an accurate. I'm
No.
talking right there on the base or where it needs to be. The Milk.
Yeah, he would get
Straight off the
it
bat.
there. He would get it to that bag. Definitely, hands down. Definitely.
And you know what's so amazing? Let me just tell you one thing I learned about in this league that's amazing to me. Like, I realize with baseball or softball, whatever you want to say, it's all about technique. Because look how skinny Milk is.
Mhm.
And Milk got stronger arm than some guys that are much bigger than him. Look at how far Milk can throw that ball. Another thing, look at also Tap. Look at how slim Tap is and have all that power. It's all about technique and his wrists, man.
Mhm.
Tap got them wrists where he just flicks the ball, man. He has a quick bat.
Mhm.
It took me a while to realize that. I'm like, yo, how's this little dude throw so hard, man?
Mhm.
Freaking Milk, man. I never forget
no.
Mike Yard. Mike Yard tried to go to first to third on Milk, and Mike hit the ball in the gap. And I swear to God, Al, I don't know how on God's green earth Milk threw him out from where he was at in dead center field.
That's
Yes.
Milk. That's Milk.
That's Milk.
You know, shout out to Seven. Seven actually played in the 860 game this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. He actually got some. I said, "Damn, you still can hit that rock, huh?" He didn't play short. He played first. But
yeah.
to see him take a swing, I thought that was dope. To me,
His legs will go, but that swing will never go, bro.
Never.
His legs will go, but that swing that he got,
Yeah,
you know why?
that dude took.
7-7 bat is just quick, man.
Oh man, he still.
Jesus.
It was crazy. It was crazy. But moving into that segment, I know you play baseball. You went through everything. When did you get into softball? Like, where did that love start?
Okay, so I don't know if you know Orlando, the short
Yeah,
Orlando, yeah,
yeah.
Salvador, Paul
Too short.
Salvador. So,
Too short. Too
right.
short. Too short.
So here's the thing. I worked for the department, the New York City Department of Finance back in 1990, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they had their team, which you know about.
Mm-hmm.
They had their team out there. And so he was like, yo, man, I'm looking for some ball. He said, yo, you play ball? I said, yeah, man, absolutely. I said, I used to play hardball. So he's like, all right, come on down. So I went down there and we had a nice little team. But the thing is, we were still missing ball players that to get us. Every time we would make it to the semifinal, we get knocked out. We never made it to the championship. We always made it to the semifinal, the one round to get us to the championship. So I started playing with him from 1990 to 94. Then he said, yo, I'm going to bring my family down named Joe. So, little Joe. So little Joe came down and that's when Joe was in his prime. I was like,
oh, you got to tell me.
Yo,
killer.
When he was playing shortstop, and I said, yo, who the F is this dude right here? He was just hitting bombs every time he got up, just putting the ball on the other side of the diamond. I was like, how is this dude hitting all these bombs like that? So, and it took me a while to get adjusted to Joe because you and I know you play with Joe. Joe's all about winning. He don't care about your feelings. He'll get in your face. And in the beginning, I took it personal because I never understand that type of play. You understand what I'm saying? And then now, as I realize playing with him, it's like, okay, it wasn't personal. It's like, yo, I want to win. I don't care about your damn feelings. And Joe, and if anything, if there's any type of problems with another team, and we're gonna get into fisticuffs, Joe gonna be the first one to defend you. You understand what I'm saying? So
right.
Joe was all about winning, and I think that's one of the things. Like, just to hate to throw it in there, like with the Yankees and them, with Jeter and all, they all about winning, man. That's it. They don't care. We don't want you to come in here with your stats from your other league. We don't care about that. We want to win as a team.
Right.
So when we brought Joe down, Joe was, he pretty much carried the team, man. But we were still missing. I think what hurt us all those years, Al, we kept on going to the semifinals, was because we didn't have a good pitcher. And I think that's what was hurting us all the time. We never had somebody that could keep us in the game because all those other teams, they had good lockdown pitching. And I think when we brought Seven down, see, I never knew that Seven could pitch. People don't know that. Tap, number 7, he was that.
Well, people who don't know, his dad was one of the best pitchers.
Best pitchers, right, correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Jeff Senior, exactly. Yeah. So, and I'm going to segue on how from getting in, that's how I got into softball now. And then that's how I'm going to get into now, how I got into Kingston Park, and then I met all of you guys. So this was like, hold
on, Mike. Before you go into that, I just want to. There's one name that I've heard you mention, Al Watson, guys from this area mention, and I want to know how he's affiliated with softball. Lou Hobbs.
So Lou, let me just tell you about Lou. I know Lou is from the streets, bro.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
That's all I'm gonna say, bro.
Okay, man, we know that part, but I've heard him. He had a team called Lou Hobbs Hawks or something like that.
Am I saying it right? I didn't even know that though, because
Okay, well, I thought that if I'm saying it correctly, it's the softball team that he probably sponsored or whatever.
He probably sponsored it. That was before my time because because Lou was hanging out. God rest his soul, my man, Jesus from East New York, Cypress Hill. I don't know if you know Jesus. He's with the truck jewelry all the time. That was my brother, man. He passed away now. Was like going on 3 years now. He passed away, and so it used to be him, Ken Do, Rashawn, all of them. A lot of them. I know a lot of them through my brother. Cause my brother used to be in that street game a lot, though. So that's how I didn't know that Lou was sponsoring the team, though, bro. To be honest,
I just heard.
I know
And that's
Donnie did. I know Donnie used to.
I know Donnie did. I know
Yeah.
Donnie, but I just knew in that area, and that was a time because y'all all knew the same people. I've heard you mention his name a few times. That's why.
Yeah, man. Lou's
Yeah.
he's a good brother, man. He's a good brother. Welcome home, Lou. You know, it's been,
Yeah, I heard he just came home too.
Yeah, man.
I
Yeah.
saw that. He was at your birthday. I saw you.
Yeah, he's at my birthday party. Yep.
Yeah,
And you know, even though I ain't feeling Donald Trump, God bless Trump for releasing my brother. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
24
I'm
years,
thankful,
man.
thankful.
Yeah, I'm thankful, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Lou did 24 and Trump pardoned him, man. It's commuted sentence, though. So, you know, so I got to give Trump his props on this.
You gonna give him some props. You bringing some of our brothers home, man. Our good brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Good brothers.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Oh, that was a different Lou, Jerry. Okay, my bad, crime. Okay. He said that was a different Lou.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I know my boy Crime gonna always keep me on.
Oh yeah.
My boy, shout out to my boy Crime.
Shout out to my man Crime, man.
Another brother I want to do an interview with, but he feels he doesn't have anything to talk about. But you know, I know he's the shy guy, shy brother. We call him shy brother.
Come on, man. Crime's a big guy, man. He should never be shy.
Right.
Crime is a good brother, man. Like I said, man, that's the one thing I love about this league, man.
Yes, from the PJs. Yes.
You just come across some good dudes, man.
Another brother who don't get the respect that he deserves.
Yeah, exactly.
Another brother don't get the respect that he deserves.
Exactly.
Always knew his game and was a baseball player first before the softball shit. But overall, good attitude when he came to the park. Played great defense. Can hit the ball with power, and he can slap the ball all over the field.
And plays the game the right way.
The right way. Honorable way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Crime is one of them brothers. You don't hear him too tall at talk. He's just going. He's gonna let his game do the talking, man.
No, he was never that chat boy about. He was never about that.
Crime is a good brother, man. So, but
So let's get into the story. You coming into Kingston. You know how was that?
So let me tell you how I came into Kingston. So from, like I was saying, in that city, in my job league with the Department of Finance, you know, with Joe there. It was from 90 to 94. So then Joe, I never forget it. Joe was like, yo, no, let me tell you what happened. One night, Joe normally used to drop me home from after the game. So Joe was like, yo, Mike, man, I got to go to practice at my other league in Kingston Park. I said, really? I said, yo, let me come down there and check it out. So when I came down there, that's when they were the Black Sox. This was in like 90, let's say 96. Yeah, like 96, they were the Black Sox, like 96, 97. So that's when I met, that night I met Gmo, Dav, Derek.
That must be when they had just left Mo Better.
Yeah, that's when they just left Mo Better. Yeah, Derek Matamo, Tap, and all of that. So I'm sitting in there, Al, and I'm watching they practice, like saying to myself, God damn, these boys is real, boy. All I know is I just started seeing them taking swings, hitting bomb, boom, boom, boom. Like, God damn. So then, and that time, I think Nat was coaching, and this no. Tony Cherry was out there that night. He was the one that was coaching running the practice that night. So I was like, wow, man. I said, yo, these guys are good. So Joe was like, yo, kid, I was telling you, man, about this league that I play in. You should come down. So how I got into Kingston? Well, the following year, Frank from TNF, he had a team in the Snowflake League, right? And this was in 90, I would say 98, like 98, 99. So,
and for the people who don't know what a Snowflake League, tell them what part of the year that is.
Oh, that's in the winter time. The Snowflake League is it starts like more in the fall. It starts like around, I would say, late September to like early part, like late to late October. You play like about, I would say about eight Sundays.
About eight
Sundays, yeah, about 8 Sundays. And then
if you had no rainouts,
right. So we were playing the Snowflake League. So we used to play over there by that park over there on Atlantic Avenue and 232 in the.
Is that Cleveland?
Cleveland and Atlantic. Yes, we played on Cleveland and Atlantic. So that's how when I came down there. So when I came down there, I was doing my thing. You know, Frank had me in the outfit. I was playing ball. So I was like, okay. So Frank said, yo. And then we ended up winning I think we won that first year. We won the championship. So then Frank was like, listen, I'm having a team in Kingston Park, and I want you to come down and play. So I was like, really? I said, okay. So when I came there, he said, by the way, I want to let you know, welcome to the major leagues. I was like, okay. I was like, for real? He said, I'm telling you now, this is a different type of league. This is not the Snowflake League. These books, because remember, in the Snowflake League, you had really just 2 good, maybe 3 good teams. Everybody else was garbage. In Kingston, oh my God, Al. I was like, wow. When I first came there, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It was intimidating. Because I've seen dudes that were like 250 pounds running down the first base, lightning speed. I've never seen no shit like that before, bro. You know what I mean? I've seen dudes was hitting the ball 2, 3, like hitting bombs. I was like, God damn, man. And then on top of that, I've never been in a league where the crowd is like on you. And if you don't play your game, I've seen guys out that come into that league, bro, that was superstars in other leagues, and they came to Kingston and they fold, bro. Just fold. Kingston, you have to have mental toughness. It's not only about talent, it's about mental toughness, man. And so my first year, I played with Frank. And yes, we used to get smacked, play more better. That's when I first met you, when I saw you. No. Let me rewind. I'm sorry. Let me just back up.
Go ahead. Take your time. We got time.
The first time I saw a real Kingston game was when it was Showtime. And you was playing, I think you was playing center field.
Playing center.
For Tio, and I think Eric was playing with them too.
No. It's about 91?
No. This was
Big Eric.
No, little E.
No, he wasn't playing when I played with Showtime.
So E must have, you know what it is? E must have played afterwards then, because I think E played that 1 year.
Nah,
I remember it was a night game, unless E was playing with Mo Better then.
I don't think in the 90s. I don't think
this was like 99, Al, like 99.
I want to say he was with Horseman at the time.
Okay.
I want to say
all I know is, let me just say this. All I remember is that night when I first saw you, it was a big game. I think it was the semifinals to go to the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And all I know is, they was hitting rockets out there. And I was telling Orlando, I said, who the F is that center fielder out there? This dude is a freaking J. He's like, they was like, oh yeah. They said, yeah, they call him Keyshawn. He looked like Keyshawn. Yo,
that's where it all started, right there.
Yeah. They was like, they said, he looked like they be calling him Keyshawn, man. I'm like, that dude is fast, man. So that's when I first came out there and I saw, and it was the Black Sox. That's when I saw Joe and them and Tap and all of them was playing. So that's my first experience of the big crowd and everything. So now fast forward now when I came on Frank's team now, and all I heard about this Mo Better this, Mo Better that. And my attitude was like, man, F Mo Better, man. Them dudes is like, yo, dog, you don't understand. I said, man, listen, we can beat them on any given day. And I never forget it, boy. We played y'all my first 2 times, and we got mercy both times. I never forget it, man. I was like, Speedy. That was my first introduction to Speedy. And that's the first time I ever seen a ball move the way how it is, All I know is I couldn't believe that I missed a softball. Speedy is the first man that made me I actually missed the ball by throwing it lob. Because I'm thinking the ball is coming this way, and when I swung, it went that way.
That boy Knuckleball is special,
I
man.
said, yo, how the hell this effing guy makes the ball move like that, man? So, I was getting acclimated to the league and everything, man. And so my first year, I got my feet wet. I was like, okay, this is a real league. So the second year, Frank asked me, he said, yo, you coming back? I said, yeah, I'm gonna come back. So I came back the second year, and the second time we was, I remember Jaime was playing with us.
Jaime.
Yeah, Jaime. Yeah, man. Jaime, that's my dude, man. Jaime, people don't know me and Jaime go back high school days, man. That's my dude right there.
No, he back on on the 90s. He back that way.
Yeah. That's my guy right there. Yeah, me and Jaime go back. I know Jaime since I was 15, since 1980, like a long time, man. But so when so the second year that I played with TNF, same thing. We just didn't have the talent to get us over the top, though. You know what I'm saying? So I made that conscious decision. I said, you know what? Now that I got a feel of what the league is like, I wanted to bring my own team in. So I was like, okay. So I told Frank, out of respect for Frank, and God rest Frank, man. Frank gave me my first opportunity. Rest in peace, Frank. He gave me my first opportunity in the league. I told Frank after the year, I said, Frank, I'm going to bring my own team in next year. So he's like, all right. So our team was called the Rebels.
Shout out to our family on here. Hot Rod, what up, baby?
My man, Hot Rod. That's my guy. That's my man, Hot Rod, man. So another good brother I met, obviously, we came very close to. So we brought my team in the Rebels. The one thing I will say about the Rebels, don't put your head down, Al.
Because I have an interesting story about the Rebels, and I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share that story. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
So, the one thing I could say about the Rebels, and I hope Norm is watching this, we never went to the Commissioner Cup. At least we went to the playoffs for the first 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That I had that team. We, listen, let me tell you, when I started off that team, we had Mike Yard. Mike Yard was one of my big bats. We had Carlton.
Yeah.
We had Carlton. We had
Chester.
I made him the captain of the team. Yeah, and God rest his soul, Pop. Pop was like one of my ace pitchers. We had Pop. We had some good. Then, I brought some brothers down from that played in my other leagues that I played in, and a lot of them couldn't really handle that smoke that was being given, though. You know what I'm saying? I had my boy Rod that came down, man. Is a good brother, man. He came down. Rod played with me for like 2 years. He was my shortstop. And then, so after the first year, I never forget this, Al. This is a classic. So I called Joe, right? You know me with my trash talking.
I already know, my God.
So this is the first year of the playoffs, right? And we played the Black Sox. All right. So they were the top seed. I'm sorry. They were the number 2 seed. Mo Better was the first. So, it was always 1 play 8, 2 play 7. So we were the 7th seed. And so I think the Legends were the 8th seed, if I'm not mistaken. So I called Joe. I said, Joe, we're going to bust y'all ass. He said, Mike, I'm telling you, kid. I said, Joe, we're going to bust y'all ass. He said, all right, kid. So I invited my brother down. I invited mad people from my family to come down and watch.
Why you did that?
My brother looked at me. He looked at me after the 3rd inning. He said, you brought me down for this shit? They were beating. But let me just say this, though. The first game, they were beating us 17-2, and we came back. And then the final score for that game was 24-17. We came back. And then that's when Joe cursed out the whole Black Sox. He's like, they not going to die for us. Like, y'all better play ball. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, we lost the first game. Al, the second game, All I know is my neck was going like this. The balls was just flying. Yo, we lost 30-4. It was so bad that they said that, listen, we're gonna let y'all just bat for the next 3 innings. We're not even gonna come up to bat. That's how bad it was. They beat us 30-4, man. And I was like, oh my God, man. They destroyed us, man. So I was like, all right, we got our feet worked for first playoff game. So now, fast forward to the next year. We come out again. And then you can hear me?
I hear everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So the first fast forward the next year now, we playing, and then we play. That's when Frank now bought a powerhouse team, TNF. That's when Speedy took them to the championship. So that we played Frank and them the first round. And the same scenario, we got a real big shellac in that year. That was the year you went to the Black Sox. Yes.
Yeah,
I remember you couldn't make the championship game because of the baby shower.
Yeah, Nia was born in.
Nia was born. Yeah, that's what Nia. Look at that. Nia.
No, that was the that. That was the christening.
The christening, right. The christening. Yeah, you couldn't make it.
And we played Mo better in the championship.
Y'all played Mo better in the championship. I remember. Man.
Everybody, and I couldn't move that game. I could not move the christening. I couldn't do it. Sorry.
I know, man.
And the funny thing is, Hot Rod was at the christenings.
I came.
You came. I had half damn near the park that was there. And I get calls and Al, just come to the game and then leave. I'm like, dude, if I leave, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna want to leave. I'm gonna put it to you that way.
Yeah. So we played TNF the first round, and we got the Rebels. We got killed, man. Oh my God, it was bad. We lost. So let me tell you what happened. And this is where you come into play. And this is where, shout out to my brother Norm. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that me and Norm me and him is very close. That's my brother, man. I love that dude with all my heart, man. You know what I'm saying? He's family to me. I tell everybody from here to eternity, that's my brother right there. So, Norm, he pulled me aside and he said, Mike, listen to me. He said, why don't we sit down and combine our teams? He said, we always going to either be 7th or 8th. That's when Norm was playing with God rest the death, Daryl. Daryl had the legends. So what we decided to do was, listen, we need to combine our team. So
you sure that's how this story happened?
No, wait, hold on. You were part. No. You were part. No. Let me finish.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. You were part of the centerpiece of this conversation that we all sat down and said, "Yo, we need to combine our team, and then we need to start building ball players around so we can compete." And you and Norm pretty much was the major factor in starting these whole conversations, though. And so I had to remember, I'm giving up my team now. I got to combine with another team.
But you remember, I had came to you, and this is when
we went to This is when we went to the NBA All-Star Weekend. That's when it all started.
Yes. But this is when I said, yo, you my man. I want to play for you, but I don't want to play with the dudes on the Rebels, dude. Right.
We
gotta get better. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to them, but I'm like, yo, if we're gonna do it, let's do it right. And then Norm was like, yo, he's right. We gotta add some pieces. And this is also when, because it was the Horsemen at that time.
Correct.
And that's when Kingston had contracts.
Right.
I was gonna go play for Mo Better. Daryl wouldn't let me out my contract.
Okay.
Daryl wouldn't let me out my contract. He was like, you're going to stay and play with us. That's how it went. So I was like, and I'm practicing with Mo Better and everything. I'm practicing with them. You know, Hot Rod was on that team. Hot Rod got us to gym over there in Bushwick.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, okay, so since I want to play with my man, I don't want to leave Jamal and Sean.
Right.
I said, let's figure out how we can put one team together and make it happen. That's how we came up with the Cubs.
With the Cubs, exactly.
Yeah, that's how.
And let me just say, and
that trash talking got us in trouble again.
Yeah, but let me just say this too, Al. We needed ball players that knew how to win.
Agreed. No. Agreed. Agreed.
We needed ball because you can have the talent, but if you don't know how to win, and let me tell you, that's how guys like Butch, that's how guys like Al Watson, they can make a difference because they know how to win. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't know how to win, don't matter. And that's what happened that year. We came in there, Al, you know what it was. When we were the Cubs, we was just winning.
We won the first 8 out the gate.
Yes, out the gate, man. We were just like, we were clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And then when I bought them 2 white boys down,
boy,
woo!
Them dudes was hitting that 2 lefties was hitting that route.
Lefty and the dude Lou, the back catcher, that hit that bomb over the freaking the bathroom.
Yeah, it was
we that game we put the park on notice that we was for real.
Yeah, we was for real. And then that we came out with them Cubs jerseys, them
Cub jerseys, yeah, man.
Dude was like, yo, what in the world was this? So it was good.
It was good, but
I show how again you was my brother, and I said, damn, my man over there struggling.
Yeah, man.
Like he over there rough over there. You know what I'm saying?
Norm told me too. Norm said, yo, Mike, let me tell you something, kid. with the team you got, and then the team that I'm playing for, when he was with Darryl, he said, yo, bro, we never gonna get out the first round. He said, we need to put talent around us, man, to really, and then we need to get the best ball players from each team and then recruit outside of that to come with a formidable team that can win.
Yep. Shout out to Jesse and Pancake. First and third base to the right. Those are our guys right off the gate. Jesse and Pancake.
Yes, and then shout out to Magic's brother Steve.
Steve, he was coaching us. Yes.
God rest his dead. Shout out to Steve, man. Steve got us where we needed to be, man. He coached us, man. You know,
he was on us,
brother, man. You know, I think that year, I'm just gonna say this out. Ron tried his best, man. Ron Darby.
He was our only pitcher.
He was our only pitcher, man. And Ron.
Shout out to Ron. Yeah.
Ron was the only really pitcher that we had, man. And Ron listen, man. Ron didn't pitch. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ron was pitching in other leagues before, but he knew a lot of the guys.
Yeah.
He never. I think he told me when I recruited him, he only pitched for Dave Goldstein like one time. And you know, everybody plays for Dave at one point of their career. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I think Ron came in, man. His knuckleball was good. But
he kept us in a lot of games.
I just think that for some reason, man, the Black Sox just had his number, man. I don't know.
Well, remember, we beat them early in the regular season.
We split them. They gave us our first loss because we were 13. We were 13-0, and they gave us our first loss. 13. So I know. Yeah. So we split with them, but I think, and then when we went to the playoffs, now we played them in the first round. Yo, Lenny shut us down, man.
Lenny B, very Lenny was a straight killer.
Yeah, Lenny shut us down, man. And I just think that year, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm still to this day, even though I finally won it in that league, I still never got over that, man. I was really disappointed, man, because I really wanted to win. And we were gonna break up, bro. I'm gonna just keep it transparent, man. We were gonna break up, and we were just like, but I just was like, Norm was like, yo, Mike, let's just keep on trucking at this, man. And you know, and then the next year, Hot Rod
called you the master recruiter.
Yeah, man. Of course, man. I'm the Black George Steinbrenner, man.
Yeah, whoever you wanted, you got, bro. Whoever you wanted, you got.
So after that, the next year now, we got bumped out of the playoffs. And let me just tell you what finally put us over the hump. 3 ball players. Hitman, Ricardo. Since I've been in that league, Ricardo had one of the best pitching. And I love Speedy. And I've never seen nobody dominate the way how Ricardo dominated the year that we won it in 2007. He played 26 games, and Ricardo gave up a total of 53 runs. So you do the math and split that down the middle, how much runs he was giving up a game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. But you got to remember too, he was coming off of winning multiple championships
with Mo better,
with Mo and another level.
Yeah. So the 3 players that put us over the hump was Ricardo number 1, Derek Oliver number 2, and Ken Do.
I've never played with Ken Do.
Yo, listen, man. In spite of all Ken Do's craziness, bro, he was the heart and soul of our team. Oh, and one other person I can't forget, Little Chuck.
Charlie Charles.
Little Chuck, let me tell you something. Little Chuck and Bo, besides Ricardo, was the one why we won that championship, bro.
A lot of people don't give Little Chuck a lot of respect. I remember him being around when the Bucks days. I don't know if you remember those teams backing up in St. John's, but
right.
I always knew he was the little the nephew. Yeah, but he was around a long time ago. Bucks. They would never let him get on the field, and they would always give him his opportunity. But that boy could hit the rock. You know
man, that boy could hit his ass and fast.
Keeper said Reese.
Oh yeah, Reese. Yeah, Reese.
Yeah, he said
Reese too. Yep. We had a really good. But let me just say this though, if I'm not mistaken, Reese didn't. I don't remember. And Norm. If you're on this watching, Norm, I don't know if Reese was with us when we won the first championship. He was with us when we won the second one in Kingston. So Norm will be able to correct me on that. Though.
So that one in 2007, was that the mixture of the St. John's, Kingston?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was St. John's. That was the. But I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think I told you this before. 2007 meant a lot to me, but 2010 meant the more to me. You know why? I always wanted to win it in Kingston Park.
Yeah,
you were the same, man. And we won it in Kingston, and we were the last team to win it in the league, and the league before the league shut down.
Yeah. Marv said you guys was good.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so that year, let me just say this about that year, 2007. Ricardo, he took us on his back, man. Yo, I'm talking, and you know what was good for the league? There was 2 new teams that finally made it instead of the regular Mo Better and AL. It was the Twins. Remember Jeff and them? That was their first championship.
They had a good team.
Yeah, Speedy,
man. Yeah, they had Speedy. Oh, Speedy played with the Twins.
Yeah, Speedy was the one that knocked out AL. He shut the. Listen, people don't know Speedy makes a difference, man.
Oh, you ain't got to tell me.
Speedy was the one that shut down AL that year, and that's how the Twins finally got over the hump, man. And I never forget it when we played Mo Better in the semifinal, and this is how I knew there was no panic. When you play with guys like Dio, Ken Do, and Ricardo, bro, it's just a different vibe. I never forget. Chris was short some of his guys. I think they were all like, what's the crazy dude, the name of them? Joey and all of them? They were
Joey, yeah.
They all came late. So I never forget this. True story. This was like the 3rd inning, and we were winning. The score was kind of like close, like I guess it was like 3-2, whatever. So Chris got happy. They all rushed in. They all came in. Like, yeah, Chris took out all of these guys that were secondary, put his guys, and he's like, Chris is like, okay, now let's go, let's play ball. And Ricardo had no type of emotions. Derek Oliver had no. They just all looking. We went into the dugout. They said, "No, listen, it don't matter who they bring. We're gonna win this game." And
it's just a game.
Yeah, but you know how it is. Guys get intimidated. They see these big time ball players coming on the field now. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris was shorthanded. I think if I'm not mistaken, in that first game, I think he had to end up playing. And he had to take himself out the game because they were playing in another league and they all came out. The whole crew came down.
You mean to tell me Chris couldn't control the time like he always do?
Yeah, man. Listen, this was Al. We was not going to be denied that year, boy. I'm telling you, man. Ricardo, they could not hit him for nothing. He shut them down, bro. When I say shut them down, they could not hit him for nothing. And I was like, wow, man. Then the next game, we won. We won that game and we went to the chip, man. And then what the shocker was that the Twins beat another level. Everybody was shocked behind that one. Did not believe that one. But Speedy, like Speedy said, he said, I know everybody in the league and what they like and what they don't like. And I know their tendencies. Speedy, and people don't realize, you think when Speedy out there laughing and joking with you, if you think for 1 second he's not watching and he's not studying,
Speedy can tell you this. I used to go with Speedy to his crib where I used to live on Gates and Troop. Speedy lived on Monroe, the block over. So we'd leave the game sometimes. I would go to his house. Speedy would have a book like this.
Wow.
Like this.
Uh-huh.
Everybody's name.
Wow.
Where they hit, what they did the last at bat, everything. All in the book.
Wow.
That's how much of a student
man.
he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took that craft seriously.
Yeah.
So when you say one of the best,
bro,
clutch pitchers of our time that I can say we've seen, and me personally, I would put Speedy in there.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe, because remember, another level was just dominating, bro. They had that year that they lost to the Twins. They had Chris Howard, Tap. They had Vinny. They had a very good team. But I'm telling you, man, them three guys right there, Dio, Ricardo, and Ken Du, was the difference makers for us. And then surrounded by your Chuck and your Bose, and you understand what I'm saying? That put us over the top. But I'm telling you, them three dudes right there put us over the top, man.
So what happened with the team? Like, how did?
All right, so then after 2007, we went back to the championship. Speedy jumped and came. This is how crazy it is. How you can say it don't matter who you got. If it's not your time, it's not your time. We went back to the championship the next year, and we had to go through the Twins again. It was a rough game that we won in the semifinals. But dog, that freaking dude Gil, I think that's his name from Another Level. Gil, Spanish dude.
I don't know who it is.
He shut us down, bro. We went back to the championship and played Another Level, and Gil shut us down, man. They, like with anything, man, Ricardo and Speedy, they got hit. And it happens to the best.
It's softball.
Softball, bro.
It's softball.
So 2008, we went back to the championship and we lost. Now, 2009, that's when the league went back to Kingston Park. So that year, if I'm not mistaken, Ken Du had got locked up. If I'm not mistaken, Ken Du had got locked up, and a lot of guys was in the league was saying, I could tell y'all don't got that since Ken Du's off the team, not there. Y'all don't got no heart. Like, they was like, God, they was saying a lot of stuff, man. But I will say this though, Dio leaving, that hurt us. I'm gonna be very honest with you. That hurt us big time. Dio went. I think if I'm not mistaken, Dio went to go play with. I think he went to go play with Kenny Kings. If I'm not mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
that hurt us big time. Ricardo, when he stuck with us, but what put us over the hump to go back to the championship, he had one of the best years I've ever seen him pitch. Was Al Davis.
Al Davis.
Al Davis, boy, listen to me, man. That team that we put together in 2010, yo, let me just put it to you this way, Al. When you got Reese batting ninth, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I had a strong lineup.
Yo, let me tell you let me just tell you what the batting order was. We had Kells leading off. No, Kendall leading off. Kells number 2. We had Chuck batting 3rd. We had Big Mel batting 4th. We had Ricardo batting 5th. Mike Yard batting 6th. You remember DC? Derek
Mm-hmm.
We had him. Who else? Oh my God. And I think we had Vinny and we had Dav. They were like kind of rotating, Vinny and Dav.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Carlton. I think if I'm not mistaken, Reese was batting last and Carlton was batting in front of Reese.
Mm-hmm.
That team, yo, when we play Showtime, bro, listen to me, man. Yo, that I never saw a game where we put up so many runs against Showtime. And you know Showtime is like one of the top teams ever in that league, bro.
Hot Rod said he batted 10th.
Oh, Hot Rod batted 10th? Okay. So Reese must have batted in front of him, man. But
he said Dav batted 9th.
Wow. But I remember at one point we had Reese batting last, though, man. That's ridiculous. If you come on, we're talking Hot Rod, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking Hot Rod. Hot Rod on every team is usually a number 3 or number 4 batter.
You know, and I'm waiting to get his interview, cousin. So, you know, his story is very iconic too.
Yeah, man.
People don't know his backstory like I know his backstory. And just like I said, people know you, Mike, but they don't know you outside that park unless they get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I know you.
Yeah.
I know Hot Rod. I know him. So I can say, I did stuff that I know. People are like, yeah, he really did that. Like, I know, did Mike really did that? You just see what I'm saying? Like, it's a story outside of that park that people don't get to know. Like, and I bring my brother up, Chuck. A lot of people don't know Chuck. Yeah. I know him outside that park because
Chuck went to Tilden. Just so you know, FYI, Chuck went to Tilden too. And so
he went by Tilden.
He went by Tilden, or he went. I thought he said he went to Tilden, though, man.
No. He went by Tilden.
Oh, but I see. I get it now. Wow.
You know, we all went somewhere.
We all went somewhere. Doesn't necessarily mean we went there.
Doesn't mean we went there, but we went by there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Chuck, I didn't even know. Chuck told me one time it was talking. He said, "Yo, Mike, you know what?" I said, "Word."
I think that's because y'all talked about special ed one time.
Yeah.
I think about the video, and then y'all talking about some other people, but yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Cause
Kiba talked about Tilden. Yep.
Kiba.
Shout out to my boy Keeb.
Yep. Kiba graduated I think 3 years after me. Yeah. I think or 2 years after. I think he graduated 88, if I'm not mistaken. Because I graduated 86, man. But yeah, man. But Al, let me tell you though, bro.
Yeah, good.
That year when Kendall came out, and I just think Al had a year just like, I think Al wasn't as dominant as Ricardo that year, but in the playoffs he was dominant. They could.
Al got some good movement. If he gets in the groove, especially when was the playoffs? Was it in between September, October?
Yeah, September, October. Yeah,
that cold weather and that ball moving differently.
Al was shutting them down, bro. Let me tell you something, man. And the thing is this though, he was keeping us in game because it was Al and Ricardo for the whole year.
Right.
But what happened was Norm saw that Al was just he took it to a whole nother level, and Norm said, you know what? I'm just gonna go with Al throughout the rest of the playoffs, though, and that's what he did, man. And Al was he was MVP for us in that championship game, straight like that. He was MVP, and I'm just happy to say, bro, I finally won it in that park. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I never thought for a million years that I would finally say I could win it in Kingston Park, man, because I see all of these guys out here, man. I mean, with Chris team. Yo, bro, it was kind of depressing. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I never thought it's like, yo, but I think Al, when you, Norm, and we all spoke about the bring once guys out there saw that I was a legitimate person that has a team. I think that's when guys started to gravitate because come on, bro, we were the rebels, man, and. Yo, dog, I mean, it is what it is, man.
Well, you got to also, too, remember, Mike, it helped that you had us playing with partnership.
Yeah.
It made it kind of easy for us. It's like, he ain't putting together no Candy Yammer team. Now, I'm going to ask you a question on air.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of this dude, Mel, and Todd talking that shit about the dynasty shit.
Yeah.
Could they match up with us?
Absolutely not. Nah.
You heard it. You heard it, Todd. You heard it, Mel. You didn't have what we have, bro.
Let me just say this, bro. Let me just tell you what that outfield was like. We had Peterkin in right, you in center, Jamal in left field. I never forgot when the dude Jamal just didn't even do it on a bounce. Jamal threw the dude out from the corner 3 straight times in a row. And we told the dude, why y'all still keep running on this guy? And then same thing, Peterkin got up, threw a rocket. You threw a rocket? Nah, man. I love, that's my little cousin Mel. I love him, but nah, man. Y'all can't be part of this shit, man.
And then, like I said, we're playing with 3.
Yeah.
Until we added Jose,
right? Exactly. Y'all
had the 4th outfielder, and we were all interchangeable.
Exactly. And Jose, y'all really had him playing short center field because y'all had the arms to cover all of those grounds.
Told him like, yo, move up. We got this, bro. Like we got this. And I keep trying to tell them that they don't listen. Yeah,
I know. They don't always let that go. They was like, I never forget when they won the last championship, and they was like, we want partnership. I was looking. That's when I put my head down. I said, oh, Jesus Christ.
We was the first to go undefeated.
Yeah, man. Undefeated, man.
You can't be the second without being the first. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say, but that's another story. But now we got that out.
Yeah, man.
Put that dynasty shit to rest. Put that shit. Me and Maul always we get on them. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, man. It was. Let me tell you something, man. Winning in Kingston, man, was the pinnacle for me, bro. I have to say, man, because I never thought in a million years when I first came in that league, and I just see the type of teams that was out there, man. I was like, oh man, I'm just spending $900 just to throw it down the drain, bro. Every year, man.
Some teams did that.
But you know what though? I'm glad, and shout out, and if anybody's watching this right now, if any one of you guys know where Frank is from the Desperados, man, I really think make a conscious effort to try to reach out to him because Frank, regardless of whatever, he always brought his team in there, even though they didn't have. And I'm glad that they had that Commissioner Cup so guys can.
I'm glad they created
their
that.
Money. I think it was $500. You know what I mean, to get back their money. Man.
I'm glad. I think it was good for the league, and like I tell people, it's nothing like winning in your backyard.
Yeah, man.
It's nothing like winning you can go win in Woodhaven, you can go win in Lindsay, but when you're from, where you see each other every day,
The sweetest championship was Kingston Park. I mean, don't get me wrong. The best was because we won it in St. John's, which was still Kingston, but because the team wasn't ready yet. But let me tell you, man, Kingston Park,
It's
bro,
nothing like it.
nothing like it, bro. Nothing like it.
Like you said, it was like when Frank told you, "Welcome to the major leagues." You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, and that's what it looked like, because when you're coming out there as a new guy, you're like, wow. Now you're trying to stay up and compete with everybody, because you want to be on their level. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mediocre.
Yeah.
You can't be here. You got to be here or up here, and you got to match with the match, because if you don't match, they're not going to respect you.
Yep.
Like you said, they respected you for your coaching and then your ability, and that's why you was able to get those players. So they have to respect you first before they can accept you, if that's making any type of sense.
And I couldn't have done it without my brother Norm, man. Me and Norm, man. Yeah, shout out to Norm, man. Norm was a great manager, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His in-game decisions was very good, man. And you know, Norm had to make some hard decisions sometimes, because you got a lot of egos, a lot of personalities. And Norm was like, yo, this is what I'm going with. I don't give a F. You know, Norm be the first one to say, ain't nobody put up $900, so this is what I'm doing.
Right.
Norm was like, yo, Mike, you put up this money, so to hell with that.
Yeah, exactly. And Norm's kept his word too. Word is bond.
He kept his word, man. So, you know, that's my brother right there, Norm, man. I love
for sure.
Death, man.
For sure.
You know?
Facts. Me and him chop it up all the time. Like, that's my brother, man. We chop it up.
Yeah, he kept it 100, man, and we finally got to that pinnacle, man. You know, and let me just say this too, man. Shout out to Seven again. And I think I said this on my first interview with you, Al. When we won the first time in 2007, I'll never forget. Seven was the first one to reach out to me, 6:00 in the morning. He texted me. He said, yo, how does it feel to wake up to be a champion? And I said, bro, the best feeling in the world, man. You know, and I never forgot that, man. Yeah, he reached out to me 6:00 in the morning, because I couldn't even sleep that night, bro, when we won it that day, man. Yo, we actually won. Oh, man, Al. You don't understand, Al. 2000, bro, I've been in that league for 8 years, man. I was like, how I'm going to win in this league, man. But yeah, man.
It's crazy. I mean, everybody has a story when it comes to that park. It doesn't matter if you were good, not good, mediocre, great. It don't matter. We all have a story about that park, that park meant something to someone. You know what I'm saying? That park, it helped us get over whatever we was dealing with our families. It helped us get away for the 2-3 hours, to get away for that drive, that life. It helped us meet new people that we are still brothers and sisters with to this day. You know what I'm saying? We did lose a lot of us. We did lose a lot of our brothers and sisters, man, and condolences to their family. Yeah. But you know, Kingston Park, like shout out to T.O. You know, he put it as a better street ball or softball.
Yeah,
it is nothing better than, because you made money from it. People got paid from it, just like street ball.
Yeah,
and basketball, it's the same thing. You know, but that's why I'm trying to tell that story, so people can see that, you know, people profited from it. People made a living off of it.
Yeah, man. Right. Yo, listen, man. I heard before I came in the league, man, I heard dudes was betting $5,000, and I was like, what?
Man, I heard 15 to 20. I heard 15 to 20 grand.
That was the days of what's for Donnie and them, man.
Yeah, the Wild Bunch teams.
Wild Bunch team. Yeah, man. And what's the dude they used to be with? They used to be with Chris all the time, man.
Beaver,
yes.
I got Beaver.
Yeah, man. Yeah, them dudes.
Dude, there's a lot of, like, you don't understand. There's a lot of stories that I've heard that I can't even tell on here because of the things that they've told me. You know what I'm saying? About things that was going on.
Absolutely.
But I just want them to tell the softball part of it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I can remember, I can remember hanging out with Tribe, Wayne, and all night Friday night, and you got to practice on Saturday. and then next thing you know, we played Sunday at 8 a.m. But we just hung out all night. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's just everybody has a story like us. Like you're right, Prime. It's the inside stories makes it more interesting because there's so many stories. There's people who had kids, got married. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, how that transition. You know, just like mine, Anaya. I did not know. Me and Dougie hanging out. Me and Dougie, that's my guy. Me, him, and his dad will always hang out and talk. I met them through the Black Sox. Didn't know that they was family to my daughter's mom.
Same, but look at my situation with Mel Ratliff.
Let
me just tell everybody, for those of you that don't know that story, like Mel and I we're not play cousins, we're cousins. So let me tell you how it is. So my dad's side of the family is cousins with Mel, and let me just say this: how crazy this is. When me and Mel have the same cousin that passed away, right? And Ratliff is it's not a regular usual name. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know the Ratliff is part of my family. So when Mel called me one time from his phone, you remember when everybody had to call IDs?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Davon Ratliff. I'm like, damn. And I said to myself, nah, he's not related to us. It never dawned on me. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you how I found out that we are related. When one of my cousins passed away, which is also Mel's cousin, that's how I realized that we're family. And then let me tell you the craziest part of this with my dad's cousin. I used to see Mel's picture when I was a teenager, when he was like 4 or 5 years old in my cousin's apartment, and it didn't even dawn on me.
You didn't put two and two together.
Yeah. I said, they call him Jamel. You understand what I'm saying? They always call him Jamel in my family. And I'm like, wow, so all this time, this man is my family. And then now, unfortunately, freaking Jamal is part of my family now because he married my cousin. Jesus Christ.
That's crazy, huh? I don't know. See how things work?
Yeah. Jamal is actually related to me now.
Oh, man.
He married my cousin Jamila. That is crazy, man. Yeah. So Mel's family, my father. I think if I'm not mistaken, Mel's mother or something like that. I think they're my father first cousins. I think that's how it works, though. Something like that. Yeah.
But the bottom line, yeah, family.
Yeah, we family. Blood family.
Blood.
It's just amazing to me, man. But Al, man, I'm just happy and fortunate, man, that I came into this league, man, and just met some good brothers, man. I want to ask you, Al. I was just thinking about this before I was coming on.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've been in that league for all these years, and I noticed everybody got their opinions on ball players.
But we're all entitled.
This guy, I'm about to say, he's not the best ball player, but I think he's the best all-around ball player I've ever seen. I think, in my opinion, the best ball player I've ever seen. He's not the best hitter. He's not the best outfielder, but all around for all is Eric. And let me explain to you why I say that. Eric White.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen? Think about Eric. Eric can play first base, second base. I've seen Eric play first base, second base, shortstop, third base, left field, right field, center field, back catch, and pitch. Name another ball player in that league that has done that. And don't get me wrong, Eric is no Speedy. He's no Ricardo when he pitches. And later on in his career, he's starting to get better at it.
Mm-hmm.
He plays first, second. I think he plays all other positions at a higher level. Do you know of anybody that has done that?
I'll give you two.
Okay.
Dougie.
Oh, yes. Dougie.
Yeah. Dougie's one.
Dougie, yes.
Vinny's the other.
Vinny. Yeah. Damn, Al, I didn't even think about it.
I give you another one.
Why? Because I always think, you know what it is, man? Let me pause right there. And I'm going to get back to Eric. Let me just talk about Vinny. one of the one ball player that I think does not get the respect that he deserves, in my opinion.
Right. I can tell you why. I can tell you why though.
Because Vinny's always in coaching mode.
No, not even that. No.
All right.
And this is just my opinion.
Uh-huh.
When I came into the league, I remember Vinny playing the outfield. That's why I knew he was all around an all around player. I seen him play in the outfield and I seen him play in the infield. But Vinny was hurt a lot around that time that I started playing. But I knew how much of a threat he was when he was with the Black Sox. I never saw him with Mo Better, but I saw him with the Black Sox.
Yeah.
By the time he got to AL, he wasn't really playing that much at that particular moment.
And I could never understand that.
But you got to remember, a lot of people, we saw him at our time. And I was 17, 18 when I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
You got into the league, you probably saw him when he was really at his pinnacle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But the guys that really can speak for him, Little Joe, Chris Howard, Sevens, the Jimmies, the Al Watsons, you know, the Butch Nelsons, the Speedies, they can speak to him. I can only speak for the era where I saw him at. You see what I'm saying? So when people get these opinions and they forget it's errors to this game.
Yes. I'm just talking from when I started.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
And you know what's so funny? Al, I'm glad you said that. I totally forgot about Dougie. That's right. Dougie can play every position.
And he still does it.
And he still does it. I'm just what caught my eye with Eric. See,
did you see us do that draft?
I have to look at it again.
Go back to the YouTube channel. We did a draft. We had utility players that was like bonus players. Bonus players that we could pick, that we could move around everywhere we want.
Eric was
one key. Matt was the other one because Matt played a lot of positions. Matt was a hell of a third base.
Matt too, yes.
Matt too. So it's Matt, Dougie, Vinny, and Eric. Those are the four people that we gave you as utility players that can play any position.
Matt, bro, that's another ball player that it really bothers me that he don't get his due, man. Matt. Because
when they look at positions and people speak of just the star of that position.
Correct.
They don't look at Matt was just as valuable to Showtime than a junior.
Yes.
Because he played third, he played short, he pitched.
Yeah.
He played left.
He was
just as important as junior. You needed him. He was valuable. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so when people talk about Showtime, they go, well, Junior, Larry, Reg, Heavy,
Matt
Foster,
was the real deal, man.
Black. So, there's people that you put out there. Like, Vinny is just as important to any team, whether he's playing or coaching.
Bro, that used to get me mad about Vinny because I used to be like, yo, bro, you are one of the top ball players out there. Why you always want to freaking coach, bro? I used to be looking at him like, play, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Vinny is.
But look at the cloth he's cut from. He's cut from that Jimmy cloth. And I didn't know Jimmy. I never played, never seen Jimmy and nothing like that. Yeah. Right. So he's cut from that cloth. He's cut from that cloth. So that's where he gets his mentality from.
Yeah, man. I used to be looking at him like, yo, bro, why don't you freaking play? Let me just say this though. No disrespect to any of the guys on the Black Sox, but I'm being honest with you, bro. The team that the Black Sox put out there, Vinny should have been starting. That's all I'm gonna say. When y'all at that time when y'all was having that rivalry between Black Sox and Mo Better, I couldn't understand for the life of me why wasn't Vinny in the lineup?
Because they went with the name guys, and Vinny took the back seat. And again, like I said, Vinny was hurt sometimes.
Yeah,
but Vinny wanted that role sometimes. Vinny was that backup. Vinny was that guy.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. I remember Vinny in certain games when we was with the Black Sox. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna show you how to hit it out with no problem. If you lefties don't want to hit it out with no problem, let me show you. Go, boop, pop it out."
Yeah,
Vinny. I know people talk about my speed, Eric 7 speed. No,
Vinny's fast.
Listen,
another
I see Vinny go first to third.
Yeah,
I see Vinny track balls down in center field. You know what I'm saying? But they not, for some reason, they don't put him up there with that because
Yeah,
Vinny is valuable in multiple sports. That's what makes him great at being a utility player. You
yeah,
see what I'm saying? He good at every. He can go play second if you need him to play second. He can
yeah,
go play short if you need him to play short.
yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Another
You know.
person that don't get their
Agreed.
credit.
Agreed. Crime. Agreed. Yep.
Yep. Another person that don't get their credit because he was the one when I first played with when I played with TNF was Ron Lashley.
Oh,
Yo,
Ron.
yeah, man.
Ron was
That's my brother, but
Ron was posse. He posse. That's my
Posse
guy.
deep.
Posse.
One thing about Ron that I love about Ron, he will not leave Roberto for nothing. Ron
No,
was
that
a
was his
loyal
man.
dude, man.
That was his
Ron, I
man.
always tell Ron, "Yo, Ron, come play." Ron was a loyal dude, man.
Nah.
Ron could hit, man. Ron could play some shortstop.
I will tell people I had a very interesting conversation with Roberto. You know, when I had a chance to meet him and we talked about some things about Kingston and
Yeah.
why he did what he did in Kingston. And I'm gonna share that with a bunch of people when we do our circle because I'm trying to get him on first before I share it. But his thing was my job was to make sure everybody just came to play softball. I wanted people to be comfortable. I wanted to give people that 1 to 2 hours of having fun where they didn't have to worry about paying money. Just show up for me. Because showing up was very key.
Roberto
for
was
some
one of the
people.
coaches you didn't have to worry about nothing.
No,
He
just
paid
show
for
up.
everything.
Just show up. He took us to a tournament in Fairfax. And Hard Rod can tell you this, because this is what I used to tell Hard Rod's son. I used to tell him run the bases when we was in the hotel room, and he'd just run around in a circle in the base. He'd run around. But when you checked into your hotel room, your uniform was on the bed. All 3 uniforms laid out on the bed. Like, this is what we wearing every day. Shirts, undershirt, and everything. This is what you got. In every room. Thank you for coming and playing for Posse.
Yeah.
Hot Rod, is that a fact? Hot Rod, is that a fact? Look, Hot Rod, like for LOL up there.
Let me just say this: what I respect about Roberto. When I first brought my team into Kingston, the Rebels, he pulled me aside, and this is what he told me. He said, "Mike, you tried." He said, "The one thing you have to remember: the weaker teams you got to sweep, and the big teams you got to split." That's the first thing he told me. He said, "Always remember that." He said, "If you can do that, you'll get into the playoffs." You know, Roberto always used to give me advice. He used to be like, "Listen, man, just hang in there." There were days when we used to get the crap beat out of us, man, and Roberto would come over there and just give you some encouraging words. So shout out to my brother Roberto, man. You know, he's a good brother, man.
And that was one thing about Kingston where people know. The top teams actually gave advice to the younger teams.
Yeah.
They wanted you to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted you to compete. They wanted you to stay in the league.
Yeah.
Yes, they wanted your $900.
Yeah.
But yet they still wanted you to
too.
win. Dude, I will tell people this all the time. The best time about playing in Kingston, when the season was over.
Yeah,
because you knew it was headhunting time, boy. Somebody was going to get who was going to get this person, who was getting this person, and then as soon as the season about to start, oh, you signed with them? Like, what are you doing? You signed with them? You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, the one ball player that I always wanted to play for me. But one ball player I always wanted to play for me, man. But I didn't even waste my time asking him because he was a loyal dude. Was Junior? I knew he wasn't leaving.
Yeah. Junior was not going nowhere.
Junior was not going nowhere. The only way Junior would leave to play with somebody else as if Tio was not coming in the league.
The only team I seen him play with was the Black Sox.
Right. The Black Sox.
And that's because Tio had something to do with it. Reg was over there. Larry was over there. Foster was over there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we had the whole half of Showtime team.
Showtime. Yeah.
So that was the only time I seen him.
That was the one ball player that got away, man. I said, damn, man.
Let me tell you something, man. You thought Kingston was the problem with Junior? You had to see him in tournaments. Boy.
Yeah, I heard, man.
Listen,
I heard him, Heavy.
Oh, different ball game. Heavy? Yeah. Oh.
God. I heard him and Heavy was the real deal, man.
Let me tell you a story about 7.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy. I just started playing tournament ball with them. And I was still learning how to hit the pitch. And I was always popping up. Came in the dugout. Heavy said, yo, listen here, man. No. Listen here, young blood. If you pop that damn ball up one more time, I ain't gonna drive your ass home. And I said, what you mean? It's not like I'm doing it. Like, I'm mad now. I'm like, I'm not doing it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this pitch. He said, how fast are you? I said, I'm fast. He said, hit it on the ground and beat it out. I said, man, but his name said, hit it on the ground and beat it out. Like, we arguing in the dugout, me and him.
Wow.
No lie. And I said, you know what? I'm going to try it. Got a pitch. I hit it to the shortstop. Shortstop picked it up. I was already crossing first base. He said, I told you. Just hit it on the ground, young blood. Don't worry. You'll figure the rest out. Just get on base. We need you on base.
Well, first of all, Al, tell Pete again. Okay, go ahead. Ask the question that Pete again wants you to ask me about. He's a yo.
You see it now. You see it.
Yo, man.
So what about John Brown? Tell me about John Brown.
Everybody want to know that story.
Yes.
Yo, so let me tell you. So, you know me, man. I'm in my George Steinbrenner mode. So I have my job team, right? And you, Al, you played on the co. Remember, it was 2 teams. I had the job team, which is the co-head, and the all-men's team. So I had the whole Kingston for both teams.
Right.
And we was, all right, so check it out, right? So I recruited Pete again. I had Pete again. I had my man Wiz. I had Vinny, Al. Who else? I had about at least 6 guys from Kingston to play. We was in the semifinal, get ready to go to the championship. And Speedy was pitching, so Speedy was locking them down. So we were winning 5-1, right? Okay, this is fast pitch now. So 5-1. So all I know, I see this little white boy coming on the mound, and Pete again goes to Norm. Yo, Norm, wait a minute, ain't that John Brown? So Norm looks and said, oh shit. He said, he came down to the dugout. He said, Mike, he put his hand around my shoulders. He said, Mike, let me explain something to you. He said, y'all going to win. At that time, we was winning 5-1. He said, y'all going to win 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, or 5-4. But y'all will not score another run.
What?
Yo, Al, when this white boy got on the mound, I was like, what the? Yo, one of the dudes on my team was complaining, like, yo, is he throwing overhead? Yo, this dude was just, he threw 2 fastballs and a changeup and almost broke Speedy ribs. Speedy swung at the ball like 20 feet before he even got to the plate. That's how nasty this white boy was. Yo, we lost 6-5, Al. We did not even get a hit because remember he was pitching in the tournament, and so they had their B pitcher on the mound, and we was hitting them. So he came in like the 3rd inning. Son, when he came in, Norm said, yo, Mike, I see the change jingling in your players' pockets right now. Yo.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So then Pete again, after the game when we lost, Pete again said, Mike bought a knife to a gunfight. Yo, John Brown, I didn't even know. He used to pitch for the Budweiser Fest where it was like $20,000 for the tournament and all of that stuff. Yo, I heard his father was way better than him. Because I was like, when people came, he was a legend. I was like, yo, who's John Brown? They was like, you gonna find out right now, bro.
Yeah, they just said that. Rodney said he's a legend. I didn't know that.
Yeah, kid. Yo, Al. It was disgusting. Yo, the dude throws so hard, it's like he was throwing overhand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, Ron, I didn't know Heavy did that to you too. Yo, we were talking about the Heavy joint.
Yeah.
John Brown.
John Brown.
I got a Peterkin story. Since Peterkin want to know about this John Brown, I got a Peterkin story. Peterkin had this team, that played the Michelles that played in St. John's in the fast pitch league on Sundays. That's Dominican league with a Chibo league.
Yeah.
I'm still up and coming. And I'm watching Peterkin. I'm like, yo, this dude Peterkin, nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I want to play on this team. I go up to Pete again and I say, yo, man, think I'm ready to play on this team. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm ready to play on this level. Yeah, you ain't ready for this. Nah, you ain't ready for this yet. And I'm like, what you mean I ain't ready? He said, nah, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. You can't handle this. I said, yo, Pete, I'm telling you, man, I can do it. Nah, not yet. Nah, you gotta wait a while. I'm like, word, this motherfucker telling me I gotta wait, Peter. And this is, you know what I say, me and Peter Kim, that's, you know, that's family. But
yeah, no doubt.
Eventually it grew that way. But then I'm still young Al. I'm not even little Al yet. I'm still just Al. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So years fast forward. Peterkin team breaks up. There's no team out there. Nothing. He got see Peter. Now him and Chip were the two guys I've always wanted to play for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, besides Chris, but I always wanted to play for Peterkin, fast pitch, and Chip fast pitch.
Yeah.
Because I knew playing under them, being an outfielder, we both played the same position.
Yeah.
It would have only made me better.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like I can learn in, yo, you do it this way, run this way. I'm already thinking in my mind that if I play with a Chip, I'm going to learn how to play this way. If I play with Peterkin, I'm going to learn how to play this way. So I wanted to play, but Peterkin said I wasn't ready. So Peterkin, I'm glad I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But that's my man, Pete.
Yeah, man. My man Pete again told me, he said Mike bought a knife to a gunfight. He said Mike bought Speedy, they bought John Brown.
I want to play this game with you. I'm gonna mention 5 names. And I want you to tell me something about them that what you think about them in your opinion. Okay. Tony Cherry.
He was about his business, man. Tony Cherry was serious on that ball field, man. He was no nonsense, man. That's I don't know Tony. Like I never had a lot of interactions with him.
Okay, that's fair.
So I can't really speak, but I'm just saying for the little time that I've seen him, looking at him from the outside, him and I don't really interact like that. When he sees me, you know, we say, hey, how you doing, Tony? That's it. But I'm just saying, watching him from afar off, he's a very serious guy. And my impression of him is when I first saw him, when I was just telling you in the beginning of this interview, when Joe and them had that practice out in with the Black Sox. And yo, he ran that practice, and I mean, he was working them dudes. And I was like, God damn, man, this dude is just. First person came to my mind with Tony Cherry was Chip. That type of mentality.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah, that's how I look at Tony Cherry, like a Chip. Only difference between Tony Cherry and Chip, Tony is he does it quietly.
Right, I get it.
He does it quietly, whereas Chip is. Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely do that.
Yeah. So that's what I think of Tony Cherry. Okay.
What about a Chris Legree?
I gotta really think so I can carve out what I'm about to say about him. Yo, bro, I can honestly say Chris is a genius, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know what else to say, bro. Let me just give you just one example of how I see why I say Chris is a genius. I've never seen this before. Now we know, no disrespect to my man Ricardo, okay? We know that Ricardo is not really an outfielder, right? And Chris was short-handed. I never forget the day when he had Ricardo playing right field because they were short-handed. And what I remember what he told Ricardo was, he said, listen to me. I want you to play right there because when he hits the ball, he's saying this before the ball is being hit. True story. And I don't even think Ricardo even remembered this. He said, the ball is going to curve to you that way. I swear to God, Al. And Al, sure enough, the dude that hit the ball curved right to Ricardo in the position where he was playing. Who the hell knows to do stuff like that, Al?
Yo, listen.
That
You're 100% on the genius part when it came to Kingston, and that's
he knows every single ball player. When people don't realize with Chris too, he's like a Speedy. When you think he's not paying attention, he's paying attention. And he's thinking, he's looking at the weakness of the team. He knows your strength, but he's looking at where can I find your weakness, and he's gonna play off of that.
right.
Chris is a genius, bro.
Orlando,
Which Orlando?
Shorty.
What Orlando?
Mm.
I would say with him, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, because he's my brother. I'm gonna just be very honest. I'm disappointed that he never stuck with the game and took it more seriously. Let me explain to you why. When I first played with him, and the stuff that and then Joe just took it to another level, obviously. When I first played with him, and I seen the type of pop this dude had and how much of a good athlete he was, I used to say to myself, yo, dude, why don't you take this more seriously? Like, that was my thing with him, man. I'm like, you know, him and I are close. You understand what I mean? He never used to like to play. He's always going to take a step back and coach. I'm like, why? He's like another Vinny. So I think he never played up to he played to his potential, but he never was serious about playing softball. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, he was a good hitter. He was a good defender. You know, he made the plays that needed to be made. People don't really. Again, these are the people that you don't get where you are without having these guys. That those utility players that you're talking about, those guys that help win those big championships, you need those guys too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't. They might not be on the level of everybody else, but they're still doing the due diligence to help us win. You know what I'm saying? So I give a lot of respect to a lot of the guys that don't get credit when they come on this show and when we talk. We don't talk about them, but I give a lot of credit to it. And I just mentioned a lot of people, but I know one name. And when we get done, we'll talk about that don't get talked about enough. My man, JB, he does not get talked about enough, but he should get a lot of credit for what he has done to this game.
Senior or junior?
Senior.
Senior, yes.
Definitely, you know, playing with him and
listen, man,
knowing what type of person he is and who can hit all over the field, left hand. Oh, my God, just amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it shows with his sons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just to show
it's a progression.
Yes.
Junior came in and just took off, and then now you got the two younger ones that are just ridiculous, man.
Yeah. Norm.
My coach, man, my brother, man. And let me just say this too. I'm glad that you did this show because Norm never told me this. And I'm like, damn, dude, I know you for all these years. You never told me this story. I never knew that Norm played shortstop and won a championship. I never knew
that. Yeah.
Norm.
And again, it goes back to what I said. We're meeting them at a certain time of their career. I met Norm when he was a catcher with the Playboys.
Right, and that's what I was about to jump into.
You see what I'm saying?
I think Norm, to me, this is just my opinion. I think I rate him. I would say Bruce first, Norm second is one of the best catchers I've seen in that league. That's just my opinion.
I can go with that. I can go with Bruce.
I would say Bruce is number one, and I think Norm is number two.
Shout out to Bruce.
Yes. I would say I think offensively, the best catcher that I've seen out there offensively would be Jake.
Oh, definitely. Congratulations, Molly. They said they just went back-to-back championships in Canberra.
Oh, okay.
What you just saying, Jake? Yeah, Jake is up there.
Jake, offensively, I would say Jake, but I would say defensively, I would say Bruce, then Norm.
Oh, yeah.
That's just Norm is like one of the bro. I'm talking blocking balls, calling the game, knowing the batters.
Just calling a great game. Even Desmo, was really good back there. Even Mo was
let me just say this about Desmo, man. Bro, it took me a long time to accept Desmo as a catcher, bro.
It's
Because I
hard.
don't know Desmo in the outfield.
Yes. Yep. That's how I met Mo. I
You
met
understand what I'm
Mo
saying?
playing with the
It,
Tribe. Yep.
it, it took
Agreed.
me, and I used to say to myself when I used to look at him behind the plastic, why the F is Desmo playing around the he got all that goddamn speed. Why are you playing behind the plate? But one thing I will say, in that championship game, Desmo called a good game. What I like about Desmo, he'll tell you, keep it right there. That you do, like he will say it right there. He didn't even care if the batter's listening to him. Desmo called a good game, but it took me. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. It took me a while for me to accept him to be a catcher
Yeah, that's
because
dope.
Desmo's fast. He's like
Yeah.
the dude can run.
Yeah. Lightning. Yep.
Lightning speed, man. So
Yep.
but now in his later years, though, yes, that's his calling, though. He's a very good catcher, though, man.
Definitely. Um, and of course, Little Joe.
Yo, bro, one of the best I've ever seen, bro. That's all I gotta say. One of the best I've ever seen, bro.
Another brother who don't get the credit he
Yes,
deserves for this game.
yes, yes. One of the best. And let me just tell you, one word I would describe Joe. And please, folks, I'm not talking about no fight, no nothing like that. I'm talking softball. Fearless. Fearless. Joe is one person, and I would say Butch, that wants to be up in that situation where the game is on the line. Joe
I,
got ice
I'm not
cold
pitching. I'm
hands.
not pitching to Little Joe. Joe gonna take the base. I'm not
Yeah.
pitching to his little ass.
Joe,
Strong.
Joe, Joe is fearless, man. I've seen in big situations with Joe, like I know for me, I'm like, God damn, man. Oh man, I want to get it. Joe come up in there and he'll tell you out of his mouth, this game is over. And I've seen him do this
Facts.
before. He'll be like, yo, this game is over.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Joe, that's my
I've
guy.
seen him do it too.
Oh no, I've seen him do it too. That's my guy.
Well, he'll say this game is over.
He played in the A60 game. This shout out to Little Joe, man. He played right field. That's my guy. He came out there. He played. He had on his Young Guns jersey. That was dope. Crime just said Big Marlin passed. Which Marlin? What's Big Marlin? Play with Regulators?
Really?
Yeah, he said Big Marlin just passed. So I'm trying to see which one. I want to make sure. I want to make sure I'm accurate.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I told you we losing a lot of brothers, man. We losing a lot of brothers, man.
Marlin's gone, man.
Losing a lot of brothers, man.
And I tell people, and people used to make fun of my diet and how I eat. I tell us, folks, we getting up in our age in our 50s, and most of us are in our 50s now. Yo, listen, man, you got to eat to live, man. You got to eat right, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm doing my best to keep my blood sugar down. I'm doing my best to take care of this diabetic. For a lot of people who don't know that I'm diabetic.
Yeah, man.
I'm doing my best, man, to take care of myself. I got these kids I got to take care of, and that I
gotta
coach.
Be here for our kids, man.
I gotta be here for the fam. So I do my best.
Please, folks, I can't stress that enough, man. Got to be here for the kids, man.
He said the very heavy brother. He used to hang out in the park. Okay.
Yeah, Marlin from the Regulators. Yeah.
No. He said he didn't play with the Regulators. He was just a guy that hung out in the park.
Okay. All right.
May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace.
Condolences
to his family.
My condolences to his family, man.
Yeah. Okay, Ty. Y'all won the championship. So what?
Yo,
Dynasty is trash. So why cares?
Let me just talk about Tyreek though, man.
Yeah, that's my dude. It's my little bro.
I will say this though, after I kind of stopped playing and stopped being out in the park, it's a different Tyreek than how I remember when Tyreek used to play with us, man. Tyreek could hit, boy. Like now he's really like hone his craft and hitting and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just see a different type of ball player, man, than when he first came up and started playing with us, though, And
I mean, they all different. They like I said, they call it the baby boomers, baby bombers, and no disrespect to all of them. But they learn from Um, yeah. Playboys and the Black Sox. I know I'm losing because Zigzag
Oh,
said,
remember when the Playboy played the Black Sox and they lost 2-1?
was that a regular season game or was that a regular season game?
Oh, that must
Or
be
that's
that must be
Universal.
Dave Universal. Yeah, he's another person that let me tell
Played
you
on multiple teams. Played on multiple
let me
teams.
tell you
Very low,
something about
brother.
let me tell you something about Universal, man. His ball was nasty too. A lot of people don't give him the credit that he deserves, and I'm here to say he was one of the top pitchers in the league, man.
Okay. He said, yeah, that was regular season.
Yeah,
Now, Universal, like again, I know you had asked the question that people talk about the regular same people all the time. You're 100% right. They don't never talk about the guys that were key components to those teams. I
yeah.
mean, you was definitely key to the Playboys. You played on the Twins. I remember you playing on certain teams, and I'm pretty sure you played a lot more way before I did.
Let me tell you something.
So
And Universal, if you're watching this, I don't know
he's
if you
on here.
remember. I don't know if you remember that game when he pitched his heart out when they were the Munchies. That was Jeff and them team.
I remember him playing for
And
them.
I
Yup.
remember when
Mhm.
he had that game. I never forget. I think they were playing Mo Better. I think it was or AL. I think it was another level. And I never forget, man. That game was just a seesaw game, man. And Universal pitched his heart out that game. I felt so bad that they didn't make it to the championship that year. I think another level was the one that beat them to get to the championship.
I
And
used to hate
Universal,
when they used to hit up the middle at Universal.
yeah, man, Universal, man, he's a great pitcher, man.
Great pitcher.
I always tip my hat off to him, man.
Yeah.
And let me tell you,
Facts.
we beat him to go to the championship. When he pitched for the Twins that game, when Mike hit that big home run off of him, and let me tell
He
you,
said that was Showtime. That was a Showtime game. Munchies, and he said that was Showtime. He pitched
oh, it
in
was
Showtime.
Showtime. Okay, it was Showtime. Yes, but I remember, man, he was a pain in the ass to hit against, boy. Yeah, but yeah, man, Universal, man. Listen, man, a lot of guys, y'all got to give props when you talk about the Ricardos and the Speedies, you got to talk about Universal.
Oh, definitely. You,
Straight
you
like
gotta put the Al Davises out there
you
as
got to
well.
put Al Davis.
You gotta put them out there.
You
You
got to
gotta
put
you got
you got
the
to
Ron Derbies, the Ron
yeah,
Derbies.
Ron Darby's,
You gotta put them out
Speedy,
there.
Universals. You got
Yeah,
to
you
put them
gotta
guys
put
up
them
in there.
out
Them
there.
guys was good, man.
The Chris Howards,
Chris
the
Howard.
thing about it is, you always had two pitchers in Kingston. Yeah, you had your A, so it was different. It was different.
Yeah,
You know,
man. But
is there something? Oh, Jeffrey Roberts is in the Showtime, my man. How you
oh,
feeling, brother?
brother Jeff. He's another brother, Jeff. Let me just say this, my brother, man. You was one of those brothers that I really looked up to, man, and just loved to. I used to just come out there just to watch you play, brother. You was just a great talent, man. You played the game the right way. You played with heart, and it was just a pleasure just to watch you play this game, my brother, man. And I'm always praying for you. Hope all is well with you and your family, my brother. Though, but when I said my top 9 best ball players, that as far as that position at second base, I remember Al. I told you Jeff was my guy. That plays second base, boy. He covered that up the middle like no other, man.
Oh yeah, that's my guy. That's my family right there too.
Jeff, man. Jeff is a good brother, man. So
So, we're gonna close out, but
yeah.
I can't close out without you giving me that famous 9.
Okay. Famous 9.
That famous 9, and then we're gonna wrap up. Who you
Okay.
got for the money? For the money.
For the money.
Who you got at first base?
The best first baseman I've ever seen.
Now, this is your opinion. So
This is just my
I want people to understand. This is his opinion.
opinion.
Go off the reservation. Please.
Okay. First base, I got to go with Lenny Benjamin, bro.
That's a great pick.
Yeah.
That's a great pick. Who you got at second?
Jeffrey Robinson, bro.
Ooh, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Who you got at short? Woo! Now, this is the one that's going to hit everybody in the head.
Oh, my God.
This is the one right here.
So let me just say this: I'm an offensive type of guy,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go with 7.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna go with offense. I'm an offensive type of coach. I'm defensively, then I would say Al Watson, but I want offense. I would say 7. Third
That's fair.
base. Um, even though that's not his natural base, I would have to go with Eric, man.
You go whoever you want. That's
I gotta
you.
go.
This is your lineup.
I gotta go with Eric, man. I gotta go with my
Go
man.
go with whoever you want.
Yeah, he is just a different type of ball player.
Who you got in left?
Left field. I would have to say Dio.
Who you got in center?
That's not even close. Milk.
I feel the same way. Who
Yup.
you got in right?
Chuck.
Another person who don't get a lot of respect
Yup.
that should be getting the respect they
Chuck.
need.
I would say Chuck.
Who you got? Who you got behind the plate?
I'm going with my brother Norm, man. I'm going with my brother Norm, man.
And of course, who you got pitching the Norm?
Oh, see, I would say St. John's. I would say Ricardo. Kingston is Speedy.
I see how you try to throw that park shit in there. I see how you try to throw that in there, bro. We ain't gonna do that, man.
All right.
But I get what you're saying. The park dimensions is totally different.
Yeah, man. I think Ricardo, to me, in my opinion, is more. He's really effective in an open field.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm.
Speedy in a smaller dimension field is much more effective.
I get it.
So if we're playing in the John, Ricardo hands down. But if we playing in Kingston, now I'm going with Speedy. Now my EH, EH and DH, I would say, wow. I would say because he don't like to play he doesn't like to play ball in the winter anyway. I would say Woo. Wow.
That's a fact. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, EH. And
you're right, Crime. Leche. He was talking about Leche doesn't be spoken about enough.
Yeah, true. I would say DH. I would have to go with Reese, man. Freaking Reese is just an animal, bro.
Yeah,
Reese is a difference. So those are my top. Lenny. I would say the second behind Lenny, as far as and I'm talking defensively that I've seen is Gary Madison. Crime.
The person that I would put over there is between Lenny, and this is just you, Salon.
Oh yes.
but listen, this is your roster.
Yeah. But see,
here's another person.
The reason why I would say Crime, I've seen Crime saved a lot of people's asses because of his height, jumping up.
Oh yeah,
that's the only difference why
Salam is 2'2".
The only reason why I would pick Lenny over Crime is because I just like the whole dimension of lefty.
I give you a person that nobody talks about. That was a hell of a first baseman. Bones.
Oh yes, Bones.
Hell of a first baseman.
Oh my God, Bones. That glove was sick, man.
That boy can pick it. When I say it, boy, pick that thing over here.
Yes,
and he can hit. And he can hit.
And he can hit. He can hit.
Yes, my guy Bones, man.
Yeah, Bones. Well, people don't know Bones. I won my first championship with Bones in Cleveland and Atlantic with Frank.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We won our championship together, man.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, so that's my top 9. But I would say the reason why I pick Lenny, me personally, I think Crime is hands down the best first baseman I've seen defensively. But the reason why I'm saying that I picked Lenny over Crime because I just like the lefty in Kingston Park.
Oh yeah.
You know
I
what I'm
see what you're
saying?
saying. You get the
Yeah,
money.
and Lenny always took advantage of that porch and left.
Yep. John Hunter, what up?
Yeah, so you know.
Is it anything you think on this interview that we did so far that we didn't touch on that you want to touch on,
Um,
or that somebody don't know about you that you want them to know about you?
I mean, I think pretty much everybody. It's never personal with me, man. I pretty much try to be respectful to everybody, man, out in the park, man. And the one thing I gotta say, I've always gotten a lot of love from a lot of the ball players. I think one thing that I am disappointed that this legacy that we had with Kingston wasn't passed on. And I think that's the most disappointing. I think it stopped at Mel and Donnie and Tyreek and them. And I just feel as though that was disappointing about this whole thing. That
Mm-hmm.
I think this should have been because I mean a lot of these guys, we talking guys in their 60s and 70s, man, they passed it down. It got down to us, it got down to you know what I mean?
Yo,
Wow.
these dudes in the comments, man. I'm telling
Wow.
you, you gotta get at these dudes, man. You get your man. This is your family now, man.
What doesn't think about alcohol?
This is your family, dude. This is your family, dude. This is your family, bro. He trying to get you.
Yeah, I know Jamal. I know. That's why I'm just like, why am I related to this guy now? Why did my cousin marry him, man? Jesus. Also, Al, you remember you and me talk about this. I think that we need to honor Jacob's mother. We need to honor all of the other women that were top softball players back in those days that we missed out on seeing them play. You know what I'm saying? That needs to happen, bro. The Almas of the world, the Didis of the world. Like I've heard so much about them. I never saw them play though. I never saw Jacob's mother play.
I did. I never saw his mom's play, but I had an opportunity to see, the teams Pete used to coach. I had an opportunity to see. I'm trying to think who was playing. Nitty and them was playing. Nitty and Poppy was coaching the girls' team at some point in time.
Yeah,
I remember watching them play at St. John's all the time. I remember traveling with them to the Bronx in certain areas. But I heard so many stories with Mr. T.
Yeah,
and yes, those women are just as important. That's why I like when they are part of what we do.
So I just think that these ladies need to be recognized more too, because at the end of the day, they also had their own thing as well. You know, it's just unfortunate that I never got a chance to see like because everybody used to tell me how Didi and Alma and Jacob and all of these folks. I heard that these women were no joke, man. You know,
cold. I am cold blooded. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. They were cold.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it though, man. But other from that though, bro, Al, just keep on doing what you're doing, man. This is a beautiful platform. I'm proud of you, man, that you keep on continuing this legacy. I think you need to do a part 2 interview with Chris Legree. That's a definite.
It's funny. He already asked for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think also you need to do Magic again, because I think Magic, when you did that interview with him, it was the volume was all messed up though, man.
Well, I did a couple with Magic.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I did a couple with Magic.
What about Nitty? Did you do one with Nitty?
I'm trying to get Nitty
because the regulators need to
I'm trying, but see, I got Kiba has told his part, but I need to do another one with Kiba. But the original regulators, I'm trying to get Gotti. I'm trying to get Nitty,
Larry,
Nitty,
Larry,
and I'm trying to get.
What about Easy?
I'm trying to get Easy. He's out in North Carolina. I already got his contact information. So it's all a matter of just getting on the same time and the same page. So, and then I actually want to do Dyke. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you gotta
he's carrying on that regulator nation.
Regulators was a formidable team, man.
Yeah. So these are the brothers. Like I'm trying to give more and more powerful. Like believe it or not, I'm trying to get the Al Watson interview locked down, but I think he's waiting. I don't know what he's waiting for. Seven's interview.
Right.
So it's a bunch of people that they're pulling up. Peterkin's interview.
Again, that I want to see that interview, man.
Dude, I don't play Paul's game. I'm 48 years old. Not playing that game, man. Pause. I'm not playing that. Too old for that.
Pete again.
So I'm trying to get a lot of my brothers, man, like that past that give me that history.
Yeah, man. But Chip, if you can, try to get Chip on, man. Because Chip has a lot.
Oh man, I want to. And the interview that I know a lot of people, it just hasn't happened. It's supposed to happen. Is Jake. And Jake wants me to actually be in his living room doing this interview and not over this computer stuff.
Oh.
So that's why that interview I really can't wait to do.
You talking Jake from Mo Better?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually trying to get Miss Dee, who used to be also a commissioner of our league at one point. So I'm working on a lot of people. And anybody else that wants an interview, that wants to do an interview, listen, my platform is open to everybody. It's not excluded to anybody. Oh, I don't think I have a story. You have a story. If you played in that park, you have a story. If you played in St. John's, you have a story. So don't think you don't, because we all have memories of that park.
Yeah,
that park brought something to us all. The only thing that I regret about Kingston is I didn't win with the brothers I came in with. I didn't win with Jamal. I didn't win with Sean.
Yeah.
I didn't win with Pancake. I didn't win with, Jesse.
Yeah, I love Jamal, man.
I didn't get a chance to win. I didn't get a chance. I mean, playing against him, that's different. That's always my family. But to actually win in that park when we came into that park, because me and him was the two. People can say what they want.
Wait, but let me ask you a question though. I'm sorry to cut you. Didn't Jamal win the year when y'all beat us? When AL beat the Cubs for the championship? Wasn't Jamal? Were you on that team? I don't remember.
I think he said he was hurt.
Oh, he was hurt. Okay.
I don't know if he was hurt.
I'm not mistaken, I think Jamal was on that.
I don't know if he was hurt. He said, I think he was hurt one of those championships. He said he was hurt though.
Okay.
Because me and him talked about it. Me and him, remember being my brother. We always said. He said he was. He said he was.
Oh, he was. Okay, right. I know because I was like, damn, Jamal didn't get a championship out of Kingston League.
He said he won MVP.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. No, he got a championship in Kingston. No,
okay. I didn't know that.
He got championship.
I know when AL beat us in the 2008, I was almost certain that he was on that team.
Yeah, he got championships in Kingston. Me and him, we talked. Like I said, I just didn't win with him or Sean, and I think that's why I stayed as long as I did with Horsemen, then the Cubs, because I wanted to win with them.
Right.
Before I actually, was able to move around.
Yeah. But it's all good, man. I just think that, you just need to get some more people up on here, man. And so let me ask you a question. With all of these videos, though, you have them chronicles like in a.
We're in, believe it or not, for people who don't know, we are in an editing phase, and what I'm going to do is put together a trailer to what the doc is going to look like. So I'm going to this is the 4th season of A60. So I'm using the interviews from the very first season. So I'm actually trying to go back and do some of these interviews over, because when I did the first ones, remember, it was through my phone first.
Right.
So I want to remember the sound wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad. And people like, I want to do Dougie again. Like I want to do Speedy again.
Please do Speedy again, man.
I want to do
Speedy was good, man.
Yeah, we won in City Park, but it wasn't like winning in Kingston or St. John's together, bro. Like, we won, but me and you haven't celebrated together in a park that we started together in. You know what I'm saying? Like, You know, I mess with him. We are entitled to fuck around with each other on a regular basis, and we go at each other so much. But I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, you know, he made me better, and hopefully I made him better. You know, but and that's just being real as family and as brothers. Like, you know, I see him hit a bomb. I knew I wasn't doing none of that shit. So I knew I had to fucking get around the bases faster than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my thing. He was the home run. I was getting around the. I knew he could never beat me in running. So I knew I had something up on him, you know. But the
Yeah.
fact that we always talked about it, we played around with it, and you know, so that's good. Get one Butch Nelson, Dave go. You know, I got a Butch, but I need to do a Butch again. Yes, I did that through the phone. Big Herman. I
Yeah,
need
all
to
of
do
this
a
was through the
Butch.
phone, man.
This is through the
This
phone. This is
platform you have
early,
right
early,
now
early.
is
Yeah.
this platform you have right now is amazing. Is this streamline that you're doing?
Yeah,
Oh
this
man.
goes to my YouTube channel, so I definitely want to get those key interviews back. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I want
That one you did with Chris was very good, man, because it was at the
yo,
park.
we was at the oh my god, and you know that's where he wanted to do it. The
Yeah, I
only
know.
thing I hate that the light wasn't enough lighting. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
remember that was through my phone.
Yeah,
That wasn't on the where I'm at right now.
I
You know what
know.
I'm saying? So I want to do more things like that. I want to get people out there and do more interviews. So
But
I'm
you're
gonna always keep doing them.
okay. All right, my brother.
Well, I appreciate you, man. We actually got a good interview. No static, no nothing. See, I'm
Nothing,
telling
man.
you, it feels good to just have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, Al, man. Thank you so much for having me, bro. You
Hmm.
know, I'm always here to support you, man. And yo, you're doing a great. This is what is needed for the league, man. At
Definitely,
least you know our kids can look back and say, hey, you know, we could talk about what we did, though. You
it's a
know.
fact. That's right.
Oh,
Jamal, we can do another interview. Jamal, you let me know when you're ready. We'll do another one.
yeah, Jamal. We know you love yourself, Jamal. You want to see yourself in the bright lights. Jesus Christ, boy.
I would do it. I would do another one with you, family, because
Yeah.
our conversations get to where me and him just it's right. We talking in the barbershop. This is
Yeah,
exactly where we met. So
Jamal is the Albert Burl of softball. We always call him
it's a
that.
fact. It's a fact.
But he knows that I love him dearly, man. That's my
Oh,
brother,
no
man. He's
doubt.
a good
You
brother.
know we got love for him.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I appreciate you, my brother.
All
Thank you
right,
for
Al.
giving me your time.
Yes, man. God bless, brother. Take care now.
Same to you.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
I just want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in for the interview. I really appreciate it. If anybody would like to share, please share this interview. Please hit the like button. Please go to my YouTube channel. It's called Chopping It Up with A60. Please subscribe to that channel. If you want to look at any old videos, you can go back to that by going to my YouTube channel. It's called Chopping It Up with A60. And you can catch all the old videos that you will want to see besides the ones I did on my phone. Those are on Facebook. If you want to, anybody that want to get interviewed, please have them DM me, reach out to me, whatever they would like, and I am more than willing to get back to them as soon as possible. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, please like and share this interview, and I want everybody to have a great and safe week and stay blessed. I miss and love all my family. Thank you for continuing to support A60, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace and love.